or the program
the powers.
or the powers that fucking be didn't want us here. But god damn it,
it's the government.
It's the government. It was the government.
Like it or not, motherfuckers, we're here.
We have some shit to talk about today on another episode of the JAG Show. Want to welcome everybody. I am JD Marcel, of course.
Okay, papas.
Glory Man United. Solid victory for Man United, even though it was penalties. It was still a victory nonetheless against AC Milan. I fucking love that. Fuck you, AC Milan. Glory Man United.
Hey, Man United fucked up that Diabala deal, though.
Hey, man. Oh, yeah. I agree with that. Intensely.
It's okay. So did the Spurs.
Of course, this douchebag that stated that little stupid mierda right here is AJ Moreno. What's going on?
First of all, that's Jason's theme song. But I was so down for Tralala.
Hey,
What the fuck is that?
here we go.
Man, just taking it back to the early 2000s.
No, that was Beyonce.
Oh, taking it back to the early 2000s. Hi, everybody.
Speaking of Beyonce, there was a viral meme, or there's a meme that's going around like, oh, we'll pay you $10 million to fucking never listen to another Beyonce song again.
Done.
Oh, so you mean you get paid for the shit I do every fucking day? That's bullshit.
Yeah, sign the check.
Of course, the douchebag right here in front of me
What's
is
up?
Jimmy. What's going on, Jimmy?
Man? What's happening, guys?
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Clockwork Orange. Friday night.
Everybody loves to.
What's up, guys?
I love that song, dude. I love that. That's a sick
Shooting star. It's a nice beat to it. I mean,
very nice. Yeah.
Hey.
Those lyrics, though.
Give it up.
Everybody loves to. Oh,
yeah, oh.
It wasn't me.
Oh, my bad.
Of course, we got the man of the hour right here. We got Dre Day all
Dre
day.
Day all day.
Yeah, man.
He made it work.
You made it come through, man. Because we
Sound
were having some
engineer of the
technical
year.
difficulties.
Hey, I'm not promising it's going to continue to happen.
Hey, well, you did it today, so
Yeah,
let us give you a pat in the ass
props
today.
Dre Day all
Yeah,
day.
you're gonna
Yeah.
get 2 knuckles deep this time.
Sweet.
Yes.
And of
2
course,
knuckles deep.
we got our special
Balls
guest,
baby.
Dave and Zach from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
What's up, fellas? What's going on? Welcome
Casting
again to
some
the show.
spells on you out there.
Oh,
dude.
damn. Hey, I'm
here we
hypnotized
go.
already.
Hey,
Hello, everyone. Hey,
give it to me
I
now.
want to say this right now, dude. Thank you for having us for our third time now.
I know.
I
You guys-
can't believe that you guys like to have us back.
You
Yeah.
guys are awesome. You guys are always welcome back.
Of course.
Dude,
Of course.
Oh, we love it. No, we love it.
Yeah. No, when Jimmy told me that you guys wanted to come back on, I got hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, dude, we
happened.
love coming and chilling with the guys.
Serious
It's-
fucking.
I love,
like we're so hard.
I love that you love coming to chill because I love coming. So
Chilling and coming.
Hell yeah. Should I take out
The
my
name of
baby
the-
arm? Yeah.
hey, does it bend like your arm does? Like
Yeah. Catches
got an
apples and
elbow.
everything.
This is just got
It looks like a baby arm holding an apple.
laser beams.
That's what it is.
rude. It's just got a rubber band in the middle. Just
It's just that like bulbous.
You're talking about Austin Powers, right?
Sick.
Man
I
Hammer.
love that.
That's
Hell
quite
yeah.
right.
That was funny. That was a good one.
Laser.
Whatever
beams.
happened to Mike Myers, man? That guy fucking.
He made a
fell
lot
off
of
the
money and
planet.
didn't have to do
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
else.
Like, what
And
happened
And then he
is
made
that-
some really shitty movie.
No, see, that's the thing.
Love
like,
Guru.
Those
Oh, yeah,
those comedians like Mike Myers, Jim Carrey, and stuff like that. They all sign contracts with those studios that says like, hey, you have to make
X amount of movies,
X
yeah.
amount of movies or
Yeah.
whatever.
And then after that,
And
you
then like
know,
the first ones are usually the ones that like the actors want to do, so they're
Yeah.
like funny and
Passion
stuff.
project.
And then the last ones are typically like the studio's
Terrible.
Like, you just
Shitty
have to
ones.
make this.
You just have to make this because you're contractually bound, and we have to
Yeah.
try to suck some money out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
And it's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
bands have fell victim to something like that, though?
For real.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Bands?
you think
Well,
it's-
that's
yeah,
why
bands,
bands
sure,
leave
bands.
labels, man. That's exactly why. You
Well,
know what? They want their own creative freedom, you know?
Yeah.
And
Sure.
this studio goes up to them and just says, you know, hey, we want the same shit that you've been doing all this time, you know, the
Yeah,
same
don't
genre
change.
or whatever style of music that you're playing. And, you know, as a band, you want to progress, you know? You
Yeah.
want to
Yeah,
fucking
of course.
Evolve.
And so, yeah, that's why they bounce. Peace,
Well,
bitches.
if you trip out, you look at a band like Incubus, for example. Like
Yeah.
Incubus signed probably like one of the worst contracts like in history,
No
and
shit.
they nailed those guys for 5 albums from the jump.
Damn.
So
Damn.
from
That's
the
a lot.
jump. So these guys blew up. I think like around their second album.
2000, 2001.
Yeah,
I
they
think that
blew
was,
up after their second album.
Ocean
so
View or
three,
something like that?
so three albums after that, they still had to go ahead and put it down for these guys.
Right.
And it's like, fuck, that's crazy. Like on a shitty deal that they were not making that much money on.
Pretty much.
That sucks, bro. That sucks.
That's what usually ends up making shit terrible. Is like when you've gone far, like for too long.
Yeah.
And like everyone like begins to hate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, not with just bands, but even like shows, though. You know what I
True.
mean? Like, it got me thinking the other day because I saw something about that show, 13 Reasons Why, on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, they're canceling it after 4 seasons or whatever.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking like they should have ended that show
After
at
the
one
first
season.
Yeah, and been done with it.
not because it's like bad or anything like
Yeah.
that, but because that's the story.
That's
you know
it.
what I mean?
There's
Yeah.
It was
there
the
shouldn't be
impact.
anymore.
It was the impact it had.
It was good.
and it was good, and it served its purpose,
Yeah.
and there was no need to continue.
Second season was alright. You know
I didn't
what
see
I
the
mean?
second
Yeah.
season.
No, I did,
didn't give
and
it a
it's
chance.
good. I mean, it hits as hard as the first one, but
Yeah.
it's like,
Again.
yeah, but they could have ended it after.
Yeah,
that
because there's
first
certain
season,
things that you can continue telling the story of, and
Yeah.
there's certain things you can't. Like,
Yeah.
has anyone seen Toy Story 4?
Okay.
No, I have
haven't.
not.
I haven't seen
Dudes,
it.
dudes,
Don't do it.
closure. That's all I
Is
gotta
it
say.
closure?
Really?
Oh,
Closure.
shit.
It's closure.
Fucking
Damn.
legitimate. I
You
said
didn't
I
like
loved
it?
it.
Whoa.
No,
Why
I
do you
loved
like
it.
dude.
Why didn't you like it?
It was very boring, and it didn't have the same type of story that the other three had.
Really?
I prefer
okay,
the last
okay.
one better, and that one was supposed to be the bad one.
Did it feel forced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
See, I disagree.
Have you guys seen
I
Lion King
haven't
yet?
seen it yet. Oh,
No,
no.
I haven't. My
I heard
daughter
it was
has.
pretty
She
good.
loved it. Shout out Amelia.
Ah,
Hey.
shout out to
She
Amelia.
got on her first roller coaster.
Oh,
Fire.
damn.
Which one? Which one?
The roller coaster at California Adventure.
Yeah,
man.
nice.
She's only 6, dog.
Nice.
That's
Damn.
awesome.
Conquering her fears.
Let me know when she gets on Superman.
Oh, we've already been talking to her about
No, I'm
like
just kidding.
no, but we were
Nice.
talking about Six Flags. Like that's the goal. But we we were
Fuck
there
yes.
at California Adventure,
Uh-huh.
and we told her that her Tia, Rita, and Uncle Dave were going to
what?
come. And
That's
she was
all
all
right. Tia-
excited.
Tia Dave was good.
We were
right.
sitting
Shout
in front
out
of the
Rita.
roller coaster, and she goes, I'll get on that ride, Dad. And I was like, what?
Oh,
I didn't know what she's talking about because I know my daughter, and she's like kind of a crybaby sometimes. So, so
Well, you got to go with her.
yeah, so I was like, oh, like, which ride are you talking about? She goes, the one that goes upside down. I went, exactly. I ripped my shirt.
How soon before Disneyland security tackled you? Oh no, wait, you're white.
3.5 million.
Wait, you're white. That's right.
We have another situation.
I'm sorry.
They were just giving you another shirt.
Sir.
Thank you, sir. Enjoy the
Let
rest
us
of your day.
purchase a shirt for you.
Hey,
They
legit.
Let us
said he had a
follow
mental
you.
health issue.
As a matter of
Let him
fact,
go.
let us get you to the front of this line
California
so that
Adventure
you
1
can
and
keep your
California
shirt on
Adventure
next
2, we got a
time.
problem.
But legit though, like first time I've ever seen this when I was at California Adventure, I saw a dude like straight up on drugs right there, dude.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
he's legit on drugs, like heroin or something like that. I was
Oh.
I was
Like nodding
what
off?
the fuck?
Not like
Yeah,
super stoned, like
no,
he
no,
smoked a joint.
He
in the
was
parking
like on
lot?
the ground. He was like sitting like up against the wall like that. But then
Spazzing
they
out?
got him up, and then he was just like walking, and like every like couple steps he'd stop and go. Like look at like keep walking, and I'm standing there going, "What the fuck is going on
Okay.
right now, dude?"
Dude, that's
So,
Someone on
so weird.
H up in here in California Adventure?
wait, but
I'm
he
just
was all by
saying, dude.
himself or what? He was with people.
Yeah, he was by himself. Like
on
that- he was
fucking
all-
angel
How do you
dust.
afford the ticket? So this
Yeah.
homeless person got a ticket.
Yeah,
walked
that's what I'm
in,
saying.
And was
Like, how do
like,
you
I'm
get
only
in?
homeless at Toontown.
No, like this.
Pretty
it was-
much, dude,
No,
pretty
he was like
much.
a younger dude, man. Like he was like in his.
You can
like,
still be young and
20s.
homeless.
Yeah.
No. He didn't look
You think
homeless.
he went to,
ain't
like,
homeless getting into Disneyland like that, dude.
That's
Come
what I mean.
on.
Yeah, man. This is
That shit's
100.
expensive.
Maybe-
100. What is it? $192, 32,
Nah, it's
42.
man, it's super
It's
expensive
150 to get into one park for
Jesus
one day.
Christ.
Park
Yeah.
hop
I think
is
it's
like
like
200.
I think it's like
Oh,
200. Yeah.
I looked
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
I
that's
looked
right.
up.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I read something that the ticket sales for Disneyland went up 4,000% since the beginning of Disneyland.
Yep.
And so, guess how
4,000?
much a ticket?
Or
Yeah,
100?
4,000.
4,000%
since it started.
Look
Guess
that up.
how
I
much
don't
the
know.
tickets were
Sounds- that
back
sounds
in
really high.
back when Disneyland Park opened.
That
$1.
can't.
50
That cannot
cents.
be
I think it was
mathematically
like 60
correct.
cents.
Damn,
something like
you
that.
guys went all under. It was like $2 something, $2
Oh.
and something,
Still, though,
$2.66 or
$2
something like that.
I mean, back then that's a ripoff though, because like there it was like whack. Like
Yeah.
back when it first opened,
like one ride,
Fucking hand painted
one
shit.
guy
Get the
in
fuck
a
outta
whack
here.
ass
That's-
suit.
It's just this really creepy dude asking you to come in.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like those
just
guys
started,
on
Come on,
like
to-
Sunset.
with that
They're dressed
mustache.
like Elmo. They look all fucking creepy.
That mustache.
You guys want to come in?
I got Mickey Mouse.
Dude,
Why don't you come on Mr. Toad's Wild?
You had a show last week, right?
yeah?
If I'm not mistaken.
I did
At
have a
the
show
Slide
last
Bar?
week.
Yeah, how did
I
that go?
did have a show
How'd
at
it go,
Slide Bar
dude?
last week. It went really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, super well.
Shout out Bomb Threat
yeah.
from like
Shout out.
high school.
So I joined my high school friends, my high school friends in their band Bomb Threat, and it's been like rotating members for as long as I can fucking remember. The band's been around probably about like close to 20 years now, which is
All right.
crazy to say.
That is kinda crazy.
Shout out.
They chose to take one more swing at it, and they asked me if I wanted to be a part of it, and how could I say no?
For real.
You gotta do it.
Absolutely. So so I've been practicing with them for the last I want to say maybe 3.5 months.
Shout out.
Had our first show at Slide Bar on Tuesday, which is fucking awesome.
Nice.
A lot of friends came out, so thank you everybody who came out. That was great.
Yeah.
And we've got a show lined up September 1st with the likes of Choking Victim,
Whoa.
Schism, Mata Mosca, and I could not be more excited. Like, I'm like
crazy.
thrilled.
It's
I'm
like,
thrilled right
Do
now.
you guys
Pretty
still
fucking
have like
intense.
that leftover crack kind of
Absolutely,
Yep.
dude.
Yep.
That's definitely that crack rock steady, that type of ska. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure, dude. That's exactly a little bit of hardcore in
Ska-core.
there.
There you go,
A
get
little bit of
it.
hardcore in
Yeah,
there.
ska-core.
Some heavy punk. A little psychobilly action for you every once in a while.
There you
Like
go,
the
nothing wrong
band
with
really
that.
mixes it up, bro, and I
Yeah.
love it.
Is
I love it.
oh my god, I'm gonna forget his name. The bass player Ivan.
Yeah, most def, bro.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
Shout out.
turned into like I remember we were jamming with him like in high school.
Yep.
Then he just like flourished into this like really good
Absolutely,
bass player.
dude, and he's still great, man.
Yeah.
He's still
Yeah,
great.
he's still
Definitely,
good.
definitely not as active as we were before. And that speaks for all of us. You know what I'm saying? But we're trying to get back into that mix, and we're trying to put on a show,
Are you
dude.
calling him fat, dude? Is that what you're saying?
I just said he wasn't active. You called him fat.
I don't know, dude. I think you're insinuating he was fat.
I said we were all not very active. I think you called him fat, dude.
I don't know, dude.
But no,
Maybe
thank
I
you for
did.
asking.
Maybe
But
I
thank you
did.
for asking. No, it
Of
went
course,
fucking
dude.
awesome. It was super cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
I got out of work late.
No
so-
worries, bro. No worries. No worries. September
Intentions are
1st,
good.
catch
Yeah,
one,
we
LA.
September 1st here in
September 1st, catch one, LA.
LA. Yeah.
Handle it.
Still having headphone problems over there?
Yeah, what's going on, dude?
Yeah, I could hear on both ends on this one now.
So
Tight.
it works?
Yeah, it works now.
Okay.
But it's because we had to adjust the whatever was going on right there.
Are you sure it's the
This guy
headphones?
hasn't heard a single thing.
Is there like is there like dry jizz in your ear?
Hey, man.
He's just sitting there like this
Haven't
all
these
time.
guys been here for like 100 episodes?
I'm saying, dude.
Yeah,
I
man.
feel
What's going
like
on?
we,
What's going on?
we reached
Now-
100 at some point.
Now I can't
We're
hear
on our
shit.
way to 2.
That's why
And
this
now
guy-
you guys all of a sudden
What
got issues
episode
today.
are you guys on now?
Hey,
That's
I
a
don't
good
know what's
question.
happening with the headphones. What the
shit.
fuck?
Are we at
I don't know.
Are we at
20?
a buck 20?
Yeah, we're like
Like 20?
Yeah, I forgot.
I
I
don't
Something like that.
remember. I know we're past
Doesn't
100.
matter. When we hit a milestone of 150, we'll know.
All right. Yeah, I think we could get there.
Like for one of those big shows, you gotta have like rotating guests and shit.
That's what they do.
Ooh, musical guest?
Isn't that what you
That'd be
did?
nice, dude. That'd be nice.
Oh, you guys didn't do rotating? Oh, I guess that was packing Andre, rotating guest.
No, we didn't do that. We didn't do
Oh,
that.
you guys want to talk about this, huh?
Oh, we
yeah.
have to
Oh.
talk
No,
about it,
yeah, have
man.
to talk about
We
it.
absolutely have
we're
to talk
gonna-
about
we're
it.
gonna
Absolutely.
Make a
So you
left
guys are-
turn here.
Are you guys like trying to get like political with this right now, or?
Nah, it's just something that we need
I
to
think
discuss.
It's just
I
something
don't-
that's in
I don't
the
think you
news
can
and
happening right
ignore
now.
it.
Okay.
I don't think you should
I just want to
politicize
gauge
something
how you
like
guys
this.
want to talk about this.
Nah, negative. I look, for me, this is one of those things that is constantly going to come up in our feed, and you're just going to have people quarrel, fighting left and right about what needs to be done. Personally, I think we've talked about it on this show before. I've got no idea what needs to be done. I have zero idea what
Yeah.
the right answer is.
Disclaimer: we're not any sort
You
of
know, I have
professionals.
zero answer what the right move is in this particular situation. You know, because if you want to go ahead and start, checking data and doing things like that, like in regards to how much life loss we have
Which
in
they are.
mass shootings,
Yeah, and they-
in
yeah, they have
comparison to other things that are
Yeah.
going on in everyday life,
Right.
it's just really not that crazy, right?
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson put a post up today that says that we get a little too involved in our emotions when it comes to situations like this, and really we just need to look at the data. And it was something like we lose like 500 people to like in the same 48 hours that we lost these 34 folk, we also lose like 200 people to I think
drunk
it was
driving or something like
yeah,
that?
like driving accidents or like
Drunk driving's gone down, man.
hold on. Let me pull it up because I know I have it on here
Let's
somewhere.
whip it out.
Yeah,
But I mean, I think at the
whip.
No, but what
No,
what
but
if,
it's still
it's
some
a-
like serious shit that's going on. man. Like,
exactly?
no,
It's
no,
very,
most
very
definitely.
serious. Shout
People are
out
getting
to
killed.
yeah, like straight up
Absolutely.
fucking
Definitely.
murder.
It's hard to look someone in the eye who's lost a loved one
Yeah.
and tell them that the that the facts aren't there, or that the data doesn't necessarily support
Yeah,
they don't
us
really care
making
about
some
that.
sort
They're
of
not-
change
they're
Nah,
not worried
dude,
about
nah,
it.
and changing legislature.
But my guy though, dude, my guy, if the people who were like the suspects of these attacks, if they were like radicalized Muslims, you would be wanting to do something. Because
Sure.
then
Oh,
people
yeah,
want
yeah,
to
yeah.
do
That's-
something.
that's
Because
absolutely
they're like,
true.
oh,
Yeah,
we're getting
yeah.
attacked, whatever, blah blah blah.
True.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is or like what it is, man. Like this is a fucking problem, man. Like
Yeah.
when there were bombings in Ireland, when they were having like their uprising
IRA?
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They did shit to like curtail it, man. Like it doesn't matter who's doing it or like where it's coming from.
Just
Like,
needs to
if
stop.
it's if
Yeah.
it's happening on your soil, where large swaths of people are being murdered at one time.
Sure.
At one time.
Yeah, yeah,
Sure.
One time. Then
Yeah.
you have to do something about it, man.
But what
That's
is
legit.
that? But what is that thing to do?
I
is my
mean, you got to
question.
look at it.
That's my
Like
question.
they always talk about like common sense gun laws. What is common sense gun laws?
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
like
what does that even
comprehensive
mean?
background checks.
I don't know, man.
Test to
Like
Shut
gun
up.
validate
training.
your fucking capability of handling a firearm.
So
what
like a
can-
DMV, right? Like a type of
Exactly, man.
license.
You
That's
know how
exactly
hard it is
No,
to get
exactly.
a
I mean,
license.
look at what
It
they
really
did with
isn't.
weed.
Sure.
You had to go to a doctor and get a prescription.
Yeah,
You
man.
had to get it going. What if you had to go to a psych evaluation?
I am
Right.
pro
man, I
Second
don't think
Amendment,
there's
man. I think
So-
that everybody should have a gun in their house.
Yeah,
I
but I
believe
think-
that.
Agreed.
But to get that gun though, you have to go through like things like
Right.
like you
Yeah.
would get a car, man.
This
like
is-
like
like
So
a home
everything-
loan. It's harder to
everything-
get a home than it is to get a gun.
And so
True.
It really is. Dude.
What they're
and
saying
home is for living.
And that gun is to protect my home. God,
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do with myself.
No,
man.
I'm
what
all
the-
f- I'm all for protecting
What
yourself.
the
Absolutely, dude.
Democratic lawmakers had proposed is pretty much, anybody that wants to get a gun has to go.
Is this the Mitch McConnell thing?
through a background check in order to obtain that firearm.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And so Republicans in the Senate, according to this article, have declined to take up that legislation. So what does that mean? That means that this might be taken into consideration, but might not be passed. Okay.
Yeah.
And when we don't do background checks, I think a lot of harmful people can get guns. Not to say that they can't get them anyway. I mean, there's still the black market.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
my
yeah.
point there.
Why is the market gotta be black?
My
Second
point.
question, sir. Why is the market?
My point in all this gun control is that regardless, people who want to do bad things are gonna find a way to do these things.
Absolutely.
One way or
But-
another.
But
Yeah.
on a legal
Yeah.
level, like the right way, that's how it should be, dude.
Yeah.
You can't really curtail black market kind of shit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But what I'm
But
saying
that's
is
even
that you're
harder to
not
get a
going to
gun
be
at that
able.
point.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
think so though.
you gotta
Like,
know someone that knows somebody. I
You
can
talk
imagine
about
that'd be so hard
no,
to do.
because you talked about a lot of like.
we're not talking about like gangsters, man. We're talking about the random fucking person that gets a hair up their ass to fucking I don't have a gun, let me go buy one real quick because I want to kill a bunch of people.
You know
Yeah,
what's?
how's he gonna find the black market at that point? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No, but you
man.
know what?
Is there a
A lot of
storefront?
urban
the
dude.
fucking dark
you
web
find
will
it on
get you
Google
anything
Maps?
you
No,
need.
not even, dude. You can go to a gun show.
And they won't
purchase-
background check
and they,
you, yeah.
Hey, you got cash? I got what you need.
Such
Yeah.
and such.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
not, and,
You
it's,
gotta
and
close
I'm not
that-
like
that
trying
gun
to,
show.
and
Yeah,
I'm not
that
trying to like
crazy.
shut out gun shows. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Purchases at gun shows should be
they should
super
be-
regulated.
Maybe
Even
do
to
a
the-
background
You
check
can't
on the people
take it
that
there.
attend those gun shows.
Yeah,
Do
the way-
something in order for them to purchase those tickets.
crazy.
But it is kind of
That's crazy.
crazy.
It is crazy
You're
when you think
like,
about it.
Now
where
like
you're
does
that.
it
infringing
stop,
on
or
like
where does it
freedom, right?
end?
Like
Like-
completely. Like now you're asking to just scan everybody that walks into.
We're not
this
saying that
building.
they can't go. We're not saying that they can't go. We're just saying, do this in order to go.
Honestly, man, like public safety trumps freedom, bro.
Right,
Yeah,
but that's the
man.
thing though. Is
Public
that
safety trumps freedom.
It
Hey,
does.
if a bunch of people were
Damn.
driving vans into like swaths of people, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna put barriers up. They put barriers up to stop those vans from going and ramming people, dude. Whenever you
Yeah.
go downtown and like there's
Oh,
like
those
gonna
big
be a
old pillars?
shit ton of people, there's always like concrete barriers. now.
3rd Street Promenade in Santa
Yeah.
Monica has
Yeah.
those big
True.
pillars.
They have concrete barriers, man.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you
True
gotta
that.
do something to stop people from just senselessly killing people, man. Well,
Acting
this
out,
wasn't,
dude.
this wasn't
Yeah.
senseless, man. This
Now,
is.
did
let's-
you guys read his
let's-
manifesto?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I did. I mean,
It's
he's
bullshit.
What is he talking about?
He's not an uneducated person. He's
No, he's
not
not.
like
No.
crazy. He's well in
He's a
thought,
terrorist,
dude.
man.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
fucking
sure.
terrorist.
Yeah.
Sure.
Damn,
It's
that's
crazy.
But would
Like-
you? But would you
like
agree that he's been?
domestic terrorism?
But
That's
would you
fucking
agree that
scary,
he's
dog.
been brainwashed and that he is?
By what?
That,
By what- yeah.
That he's.
But if we all have free will, I mean, How do you get brainwashed?
He drove
Yeah.
like 9 hours. To
He
go
drove
and do
9
this,
hours
dog.
to do this.
Why there?
And
Why
according,
9
according to
hours?
some
El
supposed
Paso-
Paso,
Why
El
not by the
El
border?
Paso,
Why
it
not
was-
locally?
Well,
was
El
right
Paso
by
has
the
a high
border.
Hispanic population. That's what
according
he
to
was
some
legitimately
stories,
going
he was
after.
he was
Wait.
influenced a lot by the KKK. He was influenced by white supremacists.
Yeah, he was,
had
like,
those
following David
ideas
Duke
in his
and shit.
head. And so-
Unfortunately, today I have to ask. Wait, which shooting are you talking about?
El Paso.
El Paso.
Oh, got
Oh,
it.
yeah, because there was
Sorry,
another one,
you
right?
have
There's
to
a
ask
second
now.
one.
I mean,
there
we're
was
not
an
even-
Ohio
yeah.
one yesterday.
Ohio,
At Daytona.
yeah.
Last
Yeah.
night,
Yeah.
Daytona.
Fuck, man.
No, Dayton.
Dayton, sorry,
yeah, my
Dayton.
bad.
Oh shit.
I mean,
God,
That guy was wearing an Acacia strain sweater.
Oh, god damn
Oh, why?
I don't know, man.
I mean,
It's not
they're
the
not very
music.
they're not
It's
very
awful.
good anymore. But
But yeah, you know, they're gonna have to make a statement or something
yeah,
like.
we
hey,
do
man,
not associate
we-
with this moron.
Yeah, like. Man,
I'll
that's
never
crazy.
forget the Acacia strain, but there's only so much of like chug you could do. You know what I mean?
Man.
There's so much you
Dude,
could
it's
chug.
My ears
It's-
can only take so much.
It's
yeah.
only like a, yeah, you get to a certain point where you're just like you can't chug. no
Like
more.
maybe one song, 2 tracks
yeah.
But yeah, man,
Something
you
like
gotta,
that.
for cardio.
all I'm saying, dude, is you got to do something.
Right.
Yeah,
and see,
yeah.
That's,
Yeah,
that's
And
the
all
problem.
I want, and
Something.
all I want, is to know what that something is in terms of the right move. Like,
Yeah.
because I feel like even if we were to go ahead and just change gun control completely, or the way that people acquire these weapons, that the people that want to do this lethal shit are gonna find a way to do it anyway. That's
Okay.
my
Yeah,
point.
that's
But
for
again,
sure.
but
I
again,
feel like
man,
they're gonna want to do it regardless.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way, and they're gonna get around all this red tape that we're setting down.
Yeah.
And we're talking about them just not being legally able to attain the weapon. That's it. It's the same thing
Right.
like what you said about like cars, right? If somebody were to take a fucking bunch of cars and just run them into somebody, we're not gonna stop
they're-
selling cars.
Yeah, they're gonna put barriers
Or
up.
you know what I
well,
mean?
no,
Like
you do something about it though.
correct.
Like, your stuff.
But what is that one something? And,
Make it
and that's
hard-
the question
hard
that I
as
have.
fuck.
That's the
That's just the
Honestly,
question
man,
that I have. That's
Honestly,
all.
man, like you can look at like England and stuff like that. They
Yeah.
they have like a ban on guns and stuff like that.
Sure,
Look
there's
at
a
all-
lot of countries that do.
look at
that.
all-
Australia's
Look
as
at all the
well.
knife
Australia
attacks
as well.
and stuff.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
legit, dude, like, do you think like a man at Walmart could have killed that many people with a knife? No.
Probably not.
Oh no,
No.
absolutely
been
not.
taken
No,
down.
no.
I mean, there's
Absolutely
video of him where this lady is taking
Why
it
are you
from.
sweating?
It's fucking hot. It's hot as fuck.
Why-
Somebody get a fan on that guy.
I'm getting pissed.
I think there's like a fan right in front of you.
But again, I mean, I
We're
don't think
working it out.
taking I
Fuck
don't
you,
think
Zach.
taking everyone's guns away is the answer.
there we go.
But
You just making
Doing
it
something.
making it hard for them to get their
It's
hands
just
on
making
those
it
guns.
a little harder. Yeah,
Right?
if you're a law-abiding citizen, man, then like, who cares if you have to go through a couple extra hurdles
Yeah,
to get
dude.
it?
No,
That's
law
true.
abiding, but law abiding, and that's the crazy thing about this is that this guy is like seemingly
He was
Law-abiding.
law-abiding.
law-abiding
Yeah.
citizen.
Until he
that's
committed
the,
these
that's
acts, yeah.
the fucking
Correct.
trip. Like it's not. It's the shoelace that snaps that makes you go. That
So that's
makes
what
you.
it is.
But how
It's like
about-
a psychological
I
background
never had
test.
it. I never gone crazy, but I don't think I should have a gun because there's no chance. I might go crazy. You know?
Sure.
Okay.
With great
You
power.
heard it here, ladies and
You guys
gentlemen.
heard
Dre.
it.
Self-aware, dude.
That a Dre went on the shooting rampage, you'd be like,
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I felt like it
okay,
was
I mean,
coming. Yeah.
hey,
yeah.
so
Wait, where
that's-
did he shoot?
that's the point. That's the point. Is like I don't think I should have a gun because
Right.
I'm stable for now.
Right.
But that's why they do those comprehensive background checks and like psych tests because they're gonna figure this guy might not go crazy,
Bro,
dude.
the only,
he doesn't
the
exemplify
only test they
those-
have to
those
get a gun is like
characteristics.
put these blocks inside these patterns. So you put the star in the star, you put the square in the square, and the circle in the circle.
Oh.
That's what they
And
have.
you're like-
And Jimmy failed it.
That's
What?
it.
But there's also,
Now Jimmy can't
but
get
there's
a gun.
also states where you don't
Somehow
have to
I
do
can't get a gun.
anything to get a gun like that, man.
Yeah.
You can
Open
walk
carry
into-
states?
Especially if it's a used gun.
and you can just walk
yeah.
into Walmart and buy a gun and just walk out.
Literally.
Just peace out.
Depending on
there's
the
no,
type
like,
of-
See,
real
and
waiting
that
periods
is the
or
extreme.
anything
That
like
is like a little. That's a little
They
too
were-
much for
there's-
sure.
like,
Just
all
have to be
those-
over a certain age, right?
all those people who are like, oh, it's the good guys with the guns that are going to stop it. Bruh, they're in Texas.
They didn't do shit.
That's also
Open
Yeah, I
carry
thought they had like
state.
concealed carry.
It's
like,
an open
they-
carry state.
So obviously allowing people to carry guns isn't going to stop it. It was an open carry state.
Fuck, man. So
You think
it
he-
just goes back to like, what can we do?
You think
What
he
do we
had
do?
an idea of like he was gonna go in there and then eventually somebody was gonna cap him, like he wanted a
Well, that's
murder
what he said.
suicide?
Yeah,
kind of
he,
No,
thing?
he
he
made
said
it
that
seem
in
in
his
his
manifesto.
manifesto. Yeah.
Yeah.
The crazy
failure
okay.
was getting taken alive.
Here's the crazy part about it is
Okay.
why is he alive?
Because he's not a radical Muslim,
He
dude.
went
He's
peacefully.
he's the one of the-
You know,
I got the
I'll
answer.
tell you
I got the
exactly
answer.
why.
No, hold on. I got the answer.
Go ahead.
He's white.
All right.
No.
I wasn't even gonna go that route.
Listen,
No, you
That's
can.
exactly what it
Go
is.
that
No, you
route.
can.
And
You
I'll
can.
tell you why.
No.
Don't offend me,
I
man.
know.
No. I've got a
many
white girl at
people-
home. I'm not worried about that.
I got many people
My
in
whiteness
law
isn't fragile.
enforcement that have talked to me about this, and they said it's because the homie gave up. As soon as he was
Yeah.
surrounded, he gave up. Again,
Yeah.
this is coming from law enforcement. The man said that he gave
The
up.
homie, like the guy from
Your
YouTube?
homie? He's
He's
your homie?
so what you're saying is
Homie?
he didn't resist.
Yeah, and then so I
How
talked
do
to
you
him,
know
and,
that?
okay,
How does
Come
that fool know that?
on,
He
come
did,
on.
yeah.
that shows.
That's
She
pretty
was
much
always
all
good.
it
How does
is.
that fool
Again,
know that?
She
report-
didn't resist. She
You
was
get
asking
outta
for
here.
it.
Again,
He gave.
This is
he
his-
gave
this
up
I am a
with no
messenger. Do
altercation.
not shoot the
He
messenger.
didn't,
No,
he didn't
okay.
point
But
his
where is
gun
this?
at,
I wanna
at the
see
cops.
this.
He didn't point at the gun at his gun at the cops. He gave up peacefully. That's why they just took him in.
How, but wait.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really
How
matter.
do
They're-
you know?
They're gonna try and give him
That's
the death
those are
penalty
the reports
anyway.
that were
Okay.
stated. On
Reports
the
from
news.
who though?
again,
From the news.
Internal?
I mean,
Internet.
Internal police reports?
It could easily be
Guys,
bullshit.
guys. The only reason why I'm bringing all this up is because I got my tinfoil hat game strong right
All right,
now.
all right.
That's
Yeah,
why I wanted to bring it up.
It's
Right?
really hard
So
to
this is
like,
what I want to talk
So
about.
why do you think he's alive?
And this is
Opinionate.
my question. The
Ah.
question is,
Opine.
how is it that this guy was able to get away from all of this without a
Because he-
scratch on him?
He's not a radical
Because
Muslim.
someone
He's not a
knew-
brown guy with a
False
fucking
flag.
beard.
It's a
dog.
false flag. Or maybe they put him there. It's my point, right?
Oh,
Like, that's what I'm talking
man.
about.
Put
This
him
shit is
there.
crazy, bro. Watch how gun sales go up real fast as soon as the shooting
Yeah, I
happens.
saw
Because
something
everybody's
like that. It's
scared.
crazy.
Everybody's scared that the gun laws are going to change, and all of a sudden, fucking sales go through the fucking roof, and everybody starts copping guns, bro. It's just one of those things, right? I go far off every once in a while because I have to. So it's just where my mind goes.
So like
wrong with
like
that.
if you think about that like that, do you think like Vegas was like that? Do you think Sandy Hook was like that? Do you think
There's absolutely no information whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
That would lead me to believe that every single one of those people
Yeah.
who were part of every single one of those attacks had that motive to do all of those things.
Yeah.
There isn't. There's
Yeah.
there's no, like you said, proof
Yeah.
other than what is being told to me or reported to me.
True.
I do not have those ground hard facts. What I have is simply the notion that there is always a reason for things to have been put out there, and the source of information, the way that they feed us information, you have to question it sometimes.
Yeah.
You just have to
Always.
question it
Yeah.
sometimes. That's
Always.
it. That's all I'm
I
saying.
agree.
All right. Now, if you
Totally
want to go
agree.
ahead and call me a batshit crazy asshole, that's cool. That's cool.
Hey, it's
But
fine.
I'm just
No.
saying,
We've been called worse.
we just
No,
have
no,
to
no,
we
no.
just have to question the information that's being given to us.
I'm
Well, yeah,
like-
they're a
Yeah.
corporation.
I'm a big
They
skeptic,
take ad
bro.
money.
So,
I'm a
like
big
you
skeptic.
said, even when you said right now, when he was talking about, he gave up, and he was like, you're like, how do you know?
Yeah.
How do
Exactly.
you
That's what
know
I'm
that?
saying. It's really hard to like be
I'm
like, yeah, well,
skeptic.
that's
I
what
wasn't
happened.
there. I didn't
Correct.
see it. You know what
Correct.
I mean?
No,
It's
that's
hard-
why-
it's always hard for me to believe just somebody, like, even if it's not an official narrative, it's like somebody on the street, like somebody
Right.
like told
Yeah.
me like, oh, like this is the reason this is like that. Fuck, what am I trying to say? Like, this is the reason this is that color or whatever. I'll go, well,
Right.
yeah.
I want
Is
to
it?
see it for myself. You know what I mean?
Damn, that was hard to say.
wanna
I
see-
mean,
know,
dude,
fuck.
just for example,
The
take
stroke.
the San Bernardino shooting, right? There was a shooting in San Bernardino, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
person was like
No, they were Islam or
They were
Muslim.
right, and there was
I know that's not a race,
much
I'm sorry.
history.
I didn't know.
There wasn't anything there for them to have been, this culprit. Every single person that knew them
Yeah,
was
yeah.
completely shocked and surprised that this person took part in all that.
Right.
And it makes you wonder.
It's so funny that
Makes
say
you
that,
wonder.
dude.
They're either really good at hiding everything that they had going on,
They are.
or they
Right.
were a patsy and they just got put in this position. So
Man.
you know what I mean? Makes you think about it.
I remember watching.
Shit.
I was working for Geek Squad at the time. And we were testing out a TV.
Shout out Geek Squad.
Shout out Geek Squad. But we were testing this TV, so I meant like we were just watching TV on it, and then we had it.
Essentially, yeah.
We had it on the news, and it was during that time. And I
Alright.
remember watching an interview of one of the dudes who was like in the room or whatever. He was like, "Yeah, 3 men in like military fatigues, like they were like bigger men. They had like backpacks, like all this like gear on them and stuff like that. Just
Fuck.
started shooting and stuff, and then." The official narrative later said like, oh, it was a man and his wife. And
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a
Something like
trip.
that, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's a trip.
That
Yep.
is kind of crazy, man.
Like,
But,
how do
I mean,
you,
what's the purpose?
how do people's like
It's-
like how did that guy get that wrong? You know what I mean?
Well, the thing
Sure.
is, when you're in some sort of situation where some traumatic situation,
Yeah, you're
not
drilling and
you're not gonna
pumping, yeah.
remember exactly how it went down. You're gonna think but that's sometimes
brain
your
is
brain is
fallible.
going a million
Yeah,
miles
yeah,
per hour.
yeah.
So you could definitely come. It's kind of like how people identify the wrong person during a
Yeah,
fucking crime.
right. Yeah.
That happens
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Exactly. So they're not gonna know exactly what went down.
Me and
I don't know, man.
me
I
and
would think
this
I would
guy-
know the difference between like a husband and wife. like shooting off than like three
dudes with backpacks.
three dudes
dudes
with like
with
fucking
backpacks.
heavy artillery and backpacks.
man.
Like
I
I
Me
think I
and
can
this
know the
guy,
difference.
me and this guy
in a
went
traumatized
deep
situation.
down the fucking rabbit hole with
Yeah.
that Vegas shooting.
Hell yeah,
with that Vegas
This
shooting.
was-
deep
yeah,
down
that
the
was
rabbit hole, man.
another one, man. That
Yeah, that was kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
that one
and
was
it's and it's
on a
crazy.
personal
That was
level.
on a
personal level, though.
For me,
It's
Rest in peace,
hard.
Christopher.
Rest
I
in
was
peace,
there.
Christopher.
I was there the week after that,
I was there like 2 weeks
Wow,
before.
man.
and I still went. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going. Like,
and it's that kind of situation that connection that really ties it home, and
Yeah.
it really is like it's real. It's real. It's real.
It's definitely real.
Yeah,
It just
it's
it's
real.
real.
it's real.
To
Son
me,
of a
from
bitch,
all the
you
videos
son
that
of a
I
bitch.
watched of that shit,
Stop
it sounded
playing
like
Candy
there were
Crush.
multiple shooters.
See, I'm playing Candy Crush.
Most death. Most death.
It sounded
There's
like
just
there were multiple shooters.
There's too much funny business there, right? With like the amount of weaponry that was brought upstairs, how they got it up there, the fact that they brought it up through a service elevator, like how did no one see
Question.
any of this
Yeah.
Or
like
question.
happening,
Yeah.
I
right?
have
Like
no idea.
there's got to be
Son of a
there's
bitch.
got to be a shit ton of cameras all over that fucking hotel.
And
But
those
they don't
windows-
have any of them.
Those
but
windows, when
all
you break them,
selectively.
an alarm goes off.
Period.
When you break I just thought of that
That's
right
it,
now,
dude.
man. Fuck.
Yeah.
When you break the window, an alarm goes off. Like, how didn't they put 2 and 2 together quicker? You know,
know
Too
what was going
many
on, yeah.
things.
Yep.
Too many unanswered
And you know what's
questions.
crazy? Like
Damn.
we were saying, for me, it's a personal thing
All right.
because none of that really matters to me personally. Like,
Okay.
it's my cousin was there; he got murdered.
Sucks.
So it was like,
Yep.
yeah, this
It's
shit's fucking
unfortunate.
real. Who
Yeah.
gives, like, who,
It doesn't matter whether
who
it.
gives a shit?
Yeah.
He's gone. You know what I mean?
But it-
Like,
but it-
personally.
of course.
But this is why it does matter, though. This is why it does matter, because the conversation turns into what do we do and how do
Yep.
we do,
Yeah.
and there's always separatism when it comes to making those decisions, and so they're dividing people in their opinions and because of the algorithm is so good nowadays,
Yeah.
is that it fully supports whatever position you decide to side with. It fully supports you and it emboldens you, right? And so then you start to clash with other people that you would normally have a wonderful time with, probably that you would coexist with normally, but it's created this tension, it's created this problem that has been fabricated, and is it necessarily a thing that we need to attack or adjust? And what I will say is that in every one of these situations, it is real. People are lost.
Yeah,
people
man.
people
Yeah,
do
people are
go
dying.
away, and it's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Fucking
And
shit.
I,
Who
will,
did
and
it?
I will never take away from that. I will never take away from the fact that people do pass. We do lose loved ones.
Yeah.
It is fact. But
But it's never necessarily the story that they're feeding us.
and that's it though. Like what is it that we're really combating here? What are we trying to do? Because like if you look at like a 9/11, if you're a loon like I am, you don't believe that you don't believe that was
Building 7?
Exactly,
People
right?
forget about Building 7.
People
And-
forget about.
and
All right, so
So-
let me ask both of you guys a question.
Sure.
People forget about Dre.
Because me and this guy
Damn.
wanted to, we told him that we wanted to bring this up. We wanted
Yeah,
to bring
yeah.
up 9/11 and stuff.
All
like
right,
that.
sure.
So, do you think all those people died in the towers?
See,
oh man,
I would imagine that people of merit didn't. I
But
imagine.
do you think that like 2,000 something people died that day?
That's a tough number to get.
That's a
mean,
tough
that
number.
is-
I remember seeing that tape and looking at the video and watching people fucking jump out.
That's why I said people of
Yeah, man,
people
that's
of. I don't
kinda-
No,
think that people of merit.
fucking died there, dude.
I don't
People
think
died.
I don't think
Definitely.
people of
100%,
merit.
yes.
I don't think people of merit were there. That's my
Okay.
point.
Like the
I'll say
owner.
that.
So
I'll say
the
that.
Don't
owner
go to
wasn't
work.
there.
No, big
Don't
dicks
go to
were
work.
not there that day.
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
no.
Okay.
All the lemmings and everyone else that just works there at the
9-to-5ers,
building,
dude.
the 9-to-5ers, fuck yeah, they all died.
All right, so then
That's a
let me ask,
fact,
let
for
me ask
sure.
you this question.
Yes.
Were there people on those airplanes?
I don't even think there was airplanes.
That one.
shit.
No, there were airplanes.
there's
that
actually-
crashed.
I don't think there was
I
airplanes,
do
bro.
think there were.
That's
No,
a hard
there-
question because
no.
then you
There
get.
were airplanes that
I don't
flew
think
into
so.
those.
There's
No,
way
yeah,
way
I
too
think
many
so.
accounts.
Does it?
Here's my thing, bro.
Way too many accounts.
I'm a huge skeptic and stuff like that.
Sure.
But it goes both ways, man. Like
Right.
that would be a whole city that you have to convince. Like you
that there
guys
were
have to
no
play along.
airplanes.
Yeah, there's too
You
many.
guys have to play
There's
along.
too many
That's
players in the
too-
game.
With the video
that's
evidence.
too many. Like
I
too
don't
many
know,
people
man.
to have to
Yeah.
convince to not play along.
But I mean, you're talking
You're
about
talking
like
about the news. You're talking about
No,
know,
but I- like
the
people who live in
recording,
New York,
people
you
that
know
were
what I mean?
there
Yeah,
that
yeah.
saw everything go down, that saw the planes hit.
But also-
it's hard to say, you know. That
I just think the
they
biggest
weren't
Planes
thing
there.
hit
for
those
didn't
buildings.
happen, yeah.
I just think
Planes hit those buildings.
the biggest thing for me, and that's where like my mic drop will be, I guess. Like the biggest thing for me is that it was a demolition of the building.
Absolutely, 100%. Every video you look at,
It was a demolition
Yep.
of the building.
free fall speeds,
free
dude.
fall all the way straight down. Absolutely nothing happened.
They did
Quite
some-
honestly, dude, I think that if there's a fire or anything going on any floor above you, the rest of the building will be fine.
Yep.
It is not going to crumble to the ground like that.
No,
Period.
not at all. That thing was sturdy.
The base of
That's
that
my
whole
point.
building. Like,
That's my point. The entire thing crumbled
Yeah.
into ashes. Like
Free
it
fall
all
speeds.
came down. Thank you.
9/11
it just all
is-
kind of came down.
9/11
And
is
so-
just the one thing that I'm torn on, man. Like,
no.
Because
And so
many
for
people
me,
died, and at the same time,
Yo.
at what cost? Like
at what cost?
For, no.
At
For
what cost?
what?
You know what the cost was?
For
The motive.
what?
I don't
The
know.
motive.
We don't know what it is.
Donald
Oil?
Rumsfeld.
oil
The Middle East.
to invade.
And then
Oil.
The
Patriot
Middle
Act?
East.
That's
and then
one.
Rumsfeld fucking announced like 2-3 days before 9/11 that they lost like
before.
1.5 billion or
And
1.5
couldn't
Oh,
find
trillion.
dollars.
Trillion.
Yep,
Yeah, I
Trillion
remember
dollars,
that.
and they were like, "Yeah, we just fucking lost it."
Blow that shit up.
And those receipts
Like if
were
you
in the
look
building.
up if you look up that fucking presser, he's just like, "Yeah, that's fucking
Sorry.
wrong." So yeah,
We're looking for the
1.5
receipt.
trillion. Yeah, we don't
What
know
do
where
we
it
do
went,
now?
dude.
There were no airplane
In-game
parts
purchases and
at
shit.
the Pentagon.
And still, that's the thing. That I mean, again,
Oh yeah,
again,
that was another one.
again,
No
there's
parts.
just a lot of things, a lot of questions unanswered.
Absolutely, 100%.
But look at the change that happened in this country after
Yeah,
that. To your
Patriot
point.
Act.
To your point, right?
We lost rights.
I mean,
Yeah.
we certainly did. Like you go to airports nowadays, forget it, dude. They're getting
Absolutely
all
not.
up in your ass just to let you on a fucking plane
Literally.
nowadays.
Not if you
Yeah,
don't have
true.
global entry.
Can't
you pay
bring
global
shit on a
entry.
fucking
It's
plane
$100
anymore,
for
dude.
5 years, but they do like a comprehensive background check.
No
So
shit.
that they trust you to walk in.
True.
without
Oh,
it.
you
Get
take
the
the
fuck
fuck outta here.
Fucking
That's
jet setter over here.
Look at
Hey,
this
dog.
guy. What's
I
it
don't
called
have
again?
it.
Call
I'm
in.
a world traveler.
I don't
I'm
have
a
it.
world traveler.
I don't have
I
that.
drink White Claw.
I'm like
I
I'm
have.
American.
White
I had a
Claw,
White
bro.
Claw
Not a
last
stance.
night.
Fucking American.
Excuse me, but I have paid pre-screening.
I'm a world traveler.
Look at all these fucking stamps.
It's okay. I'm a world traveler.
Excuse me, plebeians. Peasant. Stop.
I go first.
Take your shoes off, peasants.
I go first.
You see this? This makes me white.
I don't have to take my shoes off.
This guy expected this to not go that way.
No, at all. At all.
What's
How
it
did we
called?
all turn on Dave just now?
He went so hard it made him sweat. He's sweating all
You
Hey
guys
over.
are
Drake, can
fucking-
people call in? Drake, can people call in?
Sweet. 323-743-3731.
Yeah, I kind of want other people's opinions on this.
Yeah,
you
'cause
know,
Hey,
this one's
I
been going
did
on
send,
for a
I
while.
did send you guys 2 videos that I wanted to
Sick,
maybe
sick,
like,
Let's
For
do
sure.
it. Yes,
For
send
sure.
it
Let's
to
do
us,
it.
man.
Let's do it.
So
So
what I
what's
sent
the
you-
world traveler, right?
it's
It's how to get the world traveler. Oh, there. How to get the world traveler.
it's called global entry, dude.
Global entry.
Global
That's
entry.
crazy, but
Oh,
they.
yeah.
I would
But
imagine
they're doing
they
a
do, like-
background check on you. And
Wow.
But that's
Okay.
someone that's traveling.
wait,
Oh,
wait,
this is
wait.
so much
and
better
shit.
standing up, man.
Oh, do you like it?
better.
You like it?
My
Now you're
ass
eye to
feels so
eye
much
with Jimmy.
better.
Like,
Look at me.
what's up, bro?
Is
Eye to
everybody
eye,
gonna
bro.
stand?
Play
Can I
beer
stand
pong, eye to
too? I'm
eye.
gonna stand. I'm gonna stand.
Jimmy
What?
doesn't. Jimmy doesn't want.
Christ.
I'm
that
a
smoke
world
beer.
traveler, and I want to stand.
I'm a fucking American, and I will not stand for this.
Oh shit.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. So the 2 videos that I
I want
sent
to
you guys.
speak to your fucking manager.
I'm sorry, dude,
World
but you needed
traveler.
like a bob cut for that, like
Oh yeah, you need that.
that
You send
tapered
it
cut.
to our email address.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah, dude,
the
it's-
That's
official.
it right there. It's
Drama.
the first one, Zachary Duffin.
Zachary does. Oh,
That-
no,
Oh,
no,
that's
that's
the
not it.
meme
That was the
video.
grandma sneezing.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
try him refresh.
We're
Hit that
gonna be
little
memeing.
refresh right above
Okay,
where it says
alright.
primary.
Okay.
Where it says search.
Right there. There you go.
Somebody teach this guy how to use that fucking computer.
I can't
You
fucking
shoulda-
see. It's because I'm not standing. That's why.
You shoulda-
Yeah, yeah.
We're all gonna stand
If
now.
anybody out there has a sick deal on where we can get some prescription glasses, please let us know.
323-743-3731.
Jason's been
ladies
in
and
need
gentlemen.
of some spectacles
We're
for
gonna-
Jimmy.
quite some
Spectacles,
time
spectacles.
now.
And I have vision too.
Some
and I haven't
testicle
gone to the fucking
spectacles.
optometrist.
This guy doesn't want to stand up because if he stands up, he'll be the same height.
Yeah, Nick, I'm 5'7". all heart, baby.
By the way, if
Why
anybody,
are you so sweaty?
if anybody
It's hot.
wants,
I got the worst chair, dude. It's so hot. This thing's pointing right at me.
if
It's
anybody
doing
does
nothing.
want to
here
send
we
us
go.
anything or give us a call, it's area code 323-743-3731 or hit us up on the official JAG Show
Well, here.
at gmail.com.
Just YouTube them, dude.
Okay,
'cause
okay,
I
let's
gotta
do
it
it.
to you guys.
Jimmy's getting in trouble. Over
I'm
here.
getting in
That's
trouble
why.
over here for
Super
destroying the
Hasn't
fucking
been
studio.
able to today.
Yeah,
So, stop
ever.
doing
Whatever you're doing, cut it out, dude. This isn't playtime.
Dave's about to put some.
You shouldn't be anywhere over there.
Yeah, get away from the wall, Jabbo.
Hands
What
on the
happened,
desk.
Jimmy? What's going
I
on,
don't know
man?
what the fuck is
You
happening
okay?
with me.
This
What'd
guy's
you
about to
take?
look up some faces of death shit right now. I just get really
It-
hard
it's
when
called,
people die.
it's called
Let
Red
us-
Asphalt.
Oh
Some-
god! You guys remember watching that in high school
Wait,
for
wait.
driver's ed? Red
What?
Asphalt.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
no.
Oh yeah. This could happen to you.
So,
Like,
If you drink and drive, you will die.
this is one of the
I
videos
don't
I
wanna
wanted to
wear a
show you
seatbelt.
guys.
Or
World
oh.
Trade Center 7
yeah, it just comes right down.
just comes right down.
enlarge that, bro.
Yeah.
Enlarge that.
Sure.
Enlarge.
I'll enlarge you.
Oh no.
Oh, the
no.
opposite of what I said.
Oh no.
So yeah, you take a look at that, boys and girls.
Oh.
That's a goddamn planned demolition.
Yeah, man. I mean, I hate looking at it.
You know?
but, you know what I mean?
That
It
is
what it
kinda
is.
crazy.
I mean, it's falling at free
That's
fall
a little
speeds.
out
I mean,
there.
that thing is done in like 4.5 seconds. I think it's even longer than that, but it's crazy to think that that building. The official explanation was that it fell due to office fires. Too intense. That's the third building in history to ever fall.
Due to
office fires. The first two is both World Trade Centers.
Okay, so then
Or
we
the
have
regular.
what we have to do is we have to
I hate
see
saying it like that.
like how these buildings were built, like what year they were built, because before
No.
a certain amount, before a certain year,
1911
1911,
on
100
the
years.
land deed.
So I also wanted to show you guys something too.
Before they,
It's a video of his
Just
dick.
of a point of reference. You know,
Sure, sure,
if
sure.
I've never seen a hotel demo. Here we go. I mean, you can look at anyone. I'll just go right here, and you'll notice like
3.
Here
fucking
comes
the-
two.
the stark similarities to both. You know what I mean? Like
Whoa.
you're gonna see it like cave that way.
Wow.
Bam.
okay.
Straight down.
I mean,
Was that building 7 too?
Straight down.
that's the Aladdin.
Later.
You know what I mean? They're gonna show
Later,
a couple
Gator.
here.
Bust down,
Castaway.
biggest hotel.
Yup.
I just think it's
Oh.
interesting how they have that similar look to them, dude. Like,
Yeah, just gave way.
Do you think that was the
Just gave
quickest
it.
way to get rid of all those STDs?
Damn.
I mean, that'd be the most
exactly
that'd
what-
be
Even
most
the fucking
cost-effective way.
There's
furniture?
a colony of crabs in there.
Yeah, man.
They've developed
Just
airplanes.
all the fucking.
But you guys get the
Bed
idea,
bugs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you
Of
know,
course I get the idea. Fuck this.
Look, I mean, that one's pretty sick, dude. They
Oh shit!
They're
look at
pretty
that.
cool. That's
The
cool.
light
Yeah,
show
hey,
was
look
pretty-
at that.
pretty
Fucking light
fucking
show with it.
awesome.
Can you
They
imagine
don't-
being like on mushrooms
like-
looking at that, dude?
demolishing that shit on 4th of July or something.
I want to get back to
Jesus
being on
Christ.
mushrooms in a second.
I think it would have been
Man,
dope.
I
if
had a
that building
horrible
actually-
mushroom trip the
actually
second
just-
time. It was not good.
Four
Oh, later to that camera.
But see, then you
That
got to think
camera's
about
gone.
it. Like, how practical is it that they fitted these buildings with 4 stories of fucking dynamite? You know what I mean? Who's doing that? There's always people there. Like, that's why it's so crazy to think that it's a conspiracy or that it isn't the true story. But I mean,
There's
All right, so
stories.
then-
who the
though,
fuck
So there,
knows?
I saw.
about
So,
the maintenance, right?
yeah. So have you guys ever watched Loose Change Second Edition?
Not the.
No.
I mean, I've watched
I don't
one
think
of them.
so.
I don't know which one.
I think it's the second edition that was really popular.
Yeah. So in that movie, they have an interview with a dude who worked there, and he said that for like a week straight before like 9/11,
Yeah.
there were maintenance people there working on the elevators.
Trip.
And that's how you
Non-stop.
take down a building. You hit the
Non-stop.
elevator shafts
Yep.
and you just blow them down.
Yep.
From my
So-
understanding,
so-
I'm not an
so
engineer.
This is what I think happened, right?
Right.
This is what ultimately I think happened. The U.S. government found out that there were these radical Islamists that wanted to fly some airplanes into like buildings. They found out. They knew. So
Sure.
what they did is like, hey,
Fuck it.
We
why
got
don't,
you.
Why don't we
Frame
make,
'em.
Why don't we make the whole entire building fall down in the process?
Yeah.
And then fucking
Take it down.
Lace that shit with
Yeah.
with explosives.
So
And
that's
then-
how that's how
and
they got
then-
their hands
Send
on
in
their
the crew.
IDs.
And then how we
That magically fell out of the plane.
and
They
then,
found- they
and
found
then
them.
to
Fucking
account for
shit.
that 1.5 trillion that they lost. They went, hey, fuck it, man. Let's say a plane flew into the Pentagon.
They got
Fuck
yeah,
it.
they got insurance money
And
for that.
insurance.
Boy.
blew that shit up with a fucking missile.
Yeah.
dude.
You
There's
can tell.
a
How's there no
eyewitness-
video? of that?
Eyewitness testimony from somebody who was like working there. They
Yep.
said like right when I came outside, it's I could smell thermite. I know what thermite smells like, and that's what it smelled like.
Thermite,
True.
yeah, thermite,
Shit.
basically gunpowder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
Wow.
no, not thermite. It was
Cordite.
it was another. It was
Cordite?
Cordite.
Cordite.
It's an explosive they use in rockets.
Yeah.
like,
Trip.
from helicopters.
That's a trip.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's but
It's
that's
like it goes.
This is
back-
all
it's like
verifiable,
the same,
obviously.
It's the same. It's the same concept with like Pearl Harbor. People say
Right.
that Franklin Roosevelt knew about Pearl Harbor.
He just
knew
let it
Japan
happen,
was
dude.
going to attack.
right.
He needed
So
to
he
pull
said-
the
and he
country
just
together.
Fuck it.
He
Bomb
said,
them.
"Fuck it, let them bomb us so we
Yeah.
can get into war with them because
Yeah.
war is profitable, man. Like
Absolutely.
war
Yeah.
is profitable.
Yeah.
That
Very
economy
profitable.
boosted.
Plus,
all
it was
all
also-
the men went to war and all the women went to work making bombs and fucking
There you go.
building
And then-
parachutes and,
And
shit.
they got to try out a nuke.
Yeah, that's the most
that's-
important.
So
thing.
all those
They weren't
mili-
even-
Do you
military
think that's one
companies,
of the like things that stains this country?
No,
like
you know what it
using
is?
using nuclear
You know
weapons.
what the story is
weaponry?
on that is that the Japanese were already gonna give up. and they knew about it.
So they just put
However,
the exclamation.
hey,
Yeah, fuck
We
it.
get to test it and see what it does.
yeah.
The fucking
And
sword
they-
of
and
Damocles
they also,
right over their
they
fucking heart.
also they also didn't mention the bombing raid like before that killed like 500 people, but the reason is that the nuke on one bomb did all that damage,
Mm-hmm.
whereas the bombings the day or the week before,
Did sufficient.
because there were just a lot of bombs,
Yeah.
right? And it's
It was a
just
volume.
spray and
Yeah,
pray
yeah, yeah, yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
But this one was like one big bomb taking out a whole mass of people. That's why it was news.
Yeah.
And it's a lot, man.
It's
It's just heavy.
It's crazy.
really
to-
fucking heavy shit, dog.
Like, I don't want to believe any of that's real. You know what I mean?
Man, it's
Like,
hard to believe.
I don't want to believe you're like
Humans
the
are
government is
fucking
like
evil,
this.
though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's upsetting.
And you put one person in a corner, or you put one person in a cage with another, and you tell those two people that there's only one of you's coming out of there. Shit's gonna get real.
Yeah, man.
Dude, shit does.
You get what I'm saying? And so that's what ends
Ooh,
up
what do we
happening
got
with
here?
with a lot of these situations is that we're pitting one another against each other, and we're just trying to see who's gonna come out on
And-
top.
but
Sucks.
that even goes
Hold on,
into
can
like
I-
classism.
shout out to
bro.
JD Marcel misspelling conspiracies.
I can't fucking say.
Conspicucies and shit.
Conspicucies.
Curtitious.
But I think that we have a much bigger problem than racism, and that is classism,
Classism,
and
yeah.
that's
Classism,
for
yeah,
sure.
we were talking about that
Absolutely,
a little earlier,
100% truth. Because
The rich
you
people
can,
pit us all again. You know what
Yeah,
the rich people do?
absolutely.
You know what the rich
They're
people
really
do
good
a
at it.
very good job of?
yes,
Is
Yeah,
pitting
man.
poor white people against everybody else, man.
good,
That's dog whistles on them, bro.
sure.
It's
yeah.
the immigrants' fault you don't have
Absolutely.
jobs. No, it's not, dude.
Turk or
The
germ.
It's a
reason
really
the-
good Republican tool. Like
the
it
reason
really
you don't have a
is.
job is because they automated
Yes.
your fucking job,
Yeah.
or they moved it overseas because it's cheaper
Yeah.
for them.
yeah, I think Andrew
It's
Yang.
not the immigrants' problems.
Andrew Yang, who's running for president.
Shout out to Andrew
shout
Yang.
out Andrew Yang. Yang Gang all day.
My coworker donated and got one of his hats.
Yeah,
it says
I-
math on it. Dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Make America
I
think
should've said
again.
Yang
Nice.
Gang.
I like Yang
Make
Gang
America
better,
think
dog.
harder. I'm sorry.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Make America think harder.
But
I like that.
he in the debate he even mentioned it. He's like, why are we blaming immigrants for problems that don't pertain to them?
That have nothing to do with them.
Fucking automation's gonna take all these fucking jobs, dude. Like,
Yeah.
That's
for
true.
real.
Yeah.
we're-
These
that's
robots,
the real
They're,
fucking
Not
starting,
my
they're
job.
starting off with like,
Not,
like
not your job.
they're
No,
starting
no,
off
no,
with
no.
jobs like in fucking McDonald's already.
Yeah, man. You,
You
look
know,
at it. There's
order
a fucking
self-checkout.
screen. Yeah, there's a screen.
I
You
order
can get
from
your
my
Big Mac.
phone
Yeah,
and be
exactly.
like, toot toot. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Obsolete,
I
bro.
don't-
Self checkout, dude.
Self checkout, exactly, in all Targets and fucking Walmarts.
I use it for fucking.
Yeah, 'cause
Like,
you're a
you
bitch.
know, sex shop.
because you're a bitch.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. You've been watching a lot of Rick and Morty, I think.
No, I haven't.
That's another thing. Yeah, we're relying on robots a little too much, man. We're
Yeah.
relying on technology. A
I
little
don't think
too
that's
much.
necessarily
But
a
yeah,
bad
like
thing.
Sex
as we
robot.
were
But-
saying,
Yeah.
keep letting white people get mad at immigrants, man. And that shit's just gonna keep going on.
Yeah, man.
Until everybody can realize that we're in the same fucking boat together.
Yeah, man.
Everybody's in the
That-
same.
If
we're
you're not a
all
part of
here.
that,
I don't
like,
think everybody's gonna realize that.
if
though.
you're not a,
Well, I
if you're
think
not a
people are
part of
going to
that
realize
top
it when the aliens
10%,
come.
if you're not part of that top 10%, man, then why the fuck are you advocating?
You
for
know
them,
what?
dude?
You know what's
Sure,
another
sure.
another new conspiracy, another fun one?
Ooh, I like fun
is you know how you were talking about how Area 51 is now trending and you fucking hate it and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fucking retarded.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a theory that states that that particular meme, Area 51, was shot out into the
Into the
global
into
consciousness so
internet.
that everybody can start focusing on ha 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 Area 51 memes to take away from again the fucking pedophile ring of
Yeesh.
Jeffrey
Yeah,
Epstein
man.
and the political circle that's there. I saw a picture
The
from the
Clintons,
homie.
right?
Yeah, no. It was a picture of the dude that owns Comet Ping Pong.
Oh,
with-
Pizzagate.
Yeah, with the Rothschilds.
Oh,
Trip.
And it's
So it's QAnon, right?
dude, QAnon. That's another one that and it just all the little
I
strings.
mean, we
kinda
make
just,
fun of shit like that all the time, man. But that's I think
It's
there's
batshit crazy.
That's two things that they've talked
It
about.
is, and it's like, where does, what part of it, what little piece is true and what isn't? It's like that COINTELPRO. It's like I'm gonna give you information and I'm gonna also give you bullshit, but it's up to you to like.
Decipher
Yeah.
what the
You
fuck.
gotta
it
Hey,
choose
but,
is.
what-
can we
right?
put something
Choose
to
your
rest
truth.
for
Yeah,
like,
sure,
with Area
for sure.
51? I was talking to David about it the other
Sure.
day, dude. Do you legit think Area 51 is like the base where everything is at? Because if it is, that's a shitty fucking secret base, man.
Yeah, that's the shittiest secret base.
I think
I've
it's a
ever-
facade.
There's nothing
It might be a
there.
facade.
Obviously, it's
Nothing
not a
there.
secret base anymore. Like
There's
they're
nothing
just
there.
they're just supposedly
It's fucking Fort Knox,
protecting
dude.
protecting something.
There's nothing in it.
Yeah,
and they're,
I think
and they're
it's the next
spending
Fort
they're
Knox.
spending millions and millions of dollars every fucking year.
I don't
in
think they're
order
spending
to
millions.
have. I do. I
So
really
you don't
do.
buy into the Bob Lazar stuff and like alien propulsion systems
No,
and shit like
maybe-
that they were coming up with
No,
because they
maybe-
found this shit.
At
No,
some
maybe
point-
yeah. When it was a secret base, but it's
When
not a
it
secret
was.
base
It's
anymore.
just not
Yeah,
there
they.
anymore.
I bet they moved
just
that shit to an
relocated.
Iron Mountain out in the Midwest,
Or
dude.
like up in Alaska. dude.
that
Yeah,
Bob
yeah,
Lazar
yeah.
shit is fucking creepy though, man.
Yeah, Bob
Fucking
Lazar.
I want to
Bob
watch
Lazar
that.
is
Recently,
gravity
there's this-
propulsion and
there's
shit like
this,
that. Antimatter like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's okay. So there's this guy, something Von Schock. He's like a body language expert.
yeah. I saw that video.
That one was
We're moving away
really
from
good.
9/11
And he,
aliens.
and he,
Let's do
and
this.
like he was analyzing the guy Bob Lazar's body movements on the Joe Rogan podcast,
Okay.
and he concluded what. To his professional opinion,
Uh-huh.
he's concluded that Bob Lazar is not lying. He's that his mannerisms and the
His
way he
body
speaks,
language
his
is
body
legit.
language is honest.
So he's
Okay.
looking at, but see, the other crazy thing too
Yeah.
is that he's looking at a more recent video. I'd like to see him look at an older clip.
He did.
Oh, when-
He'll take the piece of like
see if
let's
he's
like
lying.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's had like
80s Bob
30 years
Lazar?
to.
there's another video that also throws those little pieces of inconsistencies,
Aye.
but those inconsistencies are few and far
Oh,
between
shit.
compared to like the
Right
shit that
now.
he has been confirmed to be like, yeah, well, I'm telling the truth on this, and
It's
like,
just it's crazy the,
Like the
the
check
stuff he was
stubs
talking
and
about. Yeah, the things that he was finding, like they were working on, like gravity propulsion. Like they had a machine that created and sustained and it let you like modify
Manipulate
manipulate
gravity.
gravity. He's like, there's no machine on the planet Earth with the materials we have available to us that can make something like this. There's no fucking way.
So
Wow.
for those
Like-
of you that don't know who we're talking about, this is Bob Lazar right here.
Yeah.
This is the guy that we're talking about. He has like insight on like a whole bunch
Well,
of.
he used
he
to
was a
work
scientist.
He
He
worked
was
at
a- yeah,
S4.
yeah,
So
exactly.
that's supposedly that's a facility that's like 15 miles south of
Right.
where Area 51 is supposed to be.
Okay.
And they were working on specifically. They were working on propulsion systems
Specifically.
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 specifically
And
specified.
so he was
Hey,
talking
man.
about like antimatter.
That shirt right there that he
It's
has,
just
that's an
fucking
element that he that he
115?
announced.
Like discovered?
He
Yeah, yeah,
discovered back in the day, but wasn't supposedly discovered until recently. But
Right.
it was out and about in the 90s.
Yeah,
And it was
or
an
80s, in
impenium?
the 80s.
on
Shout out.
the chart, I think it's like 115. or
Yeah,
something
So,
like that,
115.
so he
Shout
said he
out.
was they had alien propulsion devices that were they just
So-
defied gravity.
So
Correct.
yeah, they would manipulate and create gravity.
That's
And so what they were
Isn't
trying
that
to do was
trippy?
reverse engineer all this shit. They were having a hard time starting from from that high of a,
'Cause you
like, a
can't-
position.
yeah.
Because there's nothing fucking
There's no
available.
reference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like what the fuck are you going to use to create gravity? That
Yeah.
sounds ridiculous to me.
yeah, yeah.
But you know, he was talking about the machine that they would use, and they activated it, and it felt as if like two. You know, when two magnets are like fighting,
Yeah.
like it felt like that was keeping his hand away from touching like this orb. And,
That's crazy.
I don't know, man.
Interesting.
It-
Some
it's
sort of force.
It is
and-
crazy.
Electromagnet
That
magnetism, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But how
one of the
smart is it to
fundamental
want to
forces.
reverse
Yeah.
engineer it? But
It's
there's
one
like
of the
no way.
fundamental forces of the universe.
And then what's funny is that he's like always talking about this, like the details that he brings up are scientifically like viable, they're proven,
Absolutely.
and he
Name one.
speaks with such matter of fact. Like, I mean, if you watch the episode right there that he has,
You can
like,
go
you know,
into the
you-
clips.
but
where he,
I
like,
know
freaks
one of
Joe out
them.
and
One of
shit.
them he talks about is that gravity manipulation,
Yep.
and the best way he put it is if you put a bowling ball on your bed, right, and the gravity, everything that you put on that
Yeah.
bowling ball is gonna push
Sorry.
that shit down.
Yeah.
So if you roll to it, that's essentially what it's doing. It's creating like a pressure, not a pressure, but it's creating gravity in front, so that it's kind of sort
Everything
of
around it kind of slides towards it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it slides towards it instead of it falling or moving.
That makes
It sounds like
sense.
yeah,
That
I know,
makes
I know,
sense.
it's
That
crazy.
makes sense.
Fuck,
That makes sense.
dude.
Yeah.
They've
That's
talked
crazy.
about that
Yeah.
with space, man. Like for far distance space travel.
Yeah.
Like what you do is you just
Sorry.
that's
Go
like
ahead.
that's like Futurama, man. That's Futurama shit. Because in Futurama, he's saying when he was explaining the way the spaceship works, he's like, it's not that the Planet Express is moving through space; it's moving space by it. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, and
trip.
that trips me out. moving the space
That's a little
around
scary,
you.
Yeah, moving the space around you. That's it.
Not
Traveling
me, but
once
the-
you travel
Mhm.
faster
So
than
does
the
that
speed of
give
light,
like validity to like Roswell and the shit that they were talking about back then?
Oh
Like,
fuck yeah, I believe that shit.
because he was
happened.
talking
Absolutely.
about there
Honestly, I
being
Yeah.
really do.
disc
Sure.
style UFOs, like the saucer. That's what they were working on primarily.
Reverse
I don't know.
engineering those things, right?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
It's just crazy, man.
I just think like back to the original point or why we brought this all up is that there
be
isn't
retarded
anything
and
there
go to
isn't
Area
anything
51.
there at Area 51 anymore.
I hardly
To
got
his
it.
point, this is a distractionary tactic where they want to go ahead and have everybody kind of get lost in something because
Yep.
they're trying to drive
Shootings.
attention away from something different, you know?
Yeah.
And,
I
with
think-
the
and
election
I think
coming
that
up right now
thing
too,
is-
like there's
yeah.
it's just a lot of things to take on right now. So many things.
Remember to keep up on that Epstein shit. dude.
Yeah. Don't
Oh,
forget
for
that
sure.
name,
Fuck Epstein.
Jeffrey
Just like that-
Epstein.
Just like the Panama Papers. Don't
Yo,
fall asleep on those.
Don't,
Yo.
yeah.
Womp,
Panama
womp.
Papers, Jeffrey Epstein.
Everybody
Google it.
Yo, I
Make
saw
it
some
trend.
shit the other day where like because like there's LGBT, right? Like there's LGBT and then there was LGBTP,
Oh,
What's P?
Oh,
and
boy.
they added a pedophile at the end of it.
No,
And there's
Oh,
groups
yeah.
out there right now that are like
They're doing
completely
the-
supporting that shit, and
Whoa.
I'm not cool with that.
no, hell no.
Yeah,
I'm like
but
100%
pedophiles have been trying
not
to be-
okay with that.
But that's something since the 90s. Pedophiles have been trying to get included with gay people since the 90s. You guys probably heard of NAMBLR.
Yeah. The North
That
American Man Boy Love Association.
Exactly.
Rumbler?
How do you know what that means so quickly, bro?
Yeah, he got that pretty fast.
There was a South Park episode on
He was
it.
actually a member of it when he was a child.
Oh yeah, look here.
Look at Dre.
That's why when he farts, it sounds
Fuck you,
like this.
Dre. Fuck you, Dre. Fuck you.
Wait.
Classic
I like that he said you guys have probably heard of NAMBLR, and then as soon as he recited it, he's like,
yeah,
"Wait,
man
how the
boy.
fuck do you know about that?"
There is no R.
So quickly.
You're questionable.
That was so
I hate
fast.
you, Dre. I hate you, Dre.
Way to bring something up and then make you feel
Yeah.
fucking awkward about that shit. Red dot.
Damn.
Oh, red dot. Shout out Macharo.
This we just had a system reboot.
System reboot.
God,
The
help
hell
us.
yeah.
That's it.
Vishnu,
You
help
know what
us.
though? I honestly do think that they are protecting something in Area 51. I don't know
What?
what,
Nah.
What do you- what-
Yeah,
but it's
there's-
not. It's
what-
not to the
what's-
level of like fucking alien spaceships.
What would be
I don't
worth
think so.
protecting at that rate with the camo dudes that are
And the camo dudes are those?
That's
Are,
really
is that
nice.
real military?
private security?
It's private fucking
Private
security,
security, dude.
It's not even fucking. They're not
Nah,
even
dude.
military, bro.
You don't think so?
They're not military.
They're
Why don't you go and
They're
find out?
stolen valor.
They're
dude.
riding.
Why don't you go and hop the fence
riding
and see what happens?
white pickup trucks, dude.
Yeah,
but
dude.
they'll still
fucking
blast your
F-150s.
They'll still
and
fucking
shit.
I'm not
blast
saying
your
that. I'm not saying that we should all go. I'm saying the point that we're trying to make is that there isn't shit to go there and see.
Yeah.
What are you gonna go?
Okay.
What are you gonna go do?
Direct energy
It's-
weapons.
Okay,
What are you gonna
alright,
do?
that's what I'm-
All right,
that's
it's
what
the
I'm saying.
same as driving to Rancho Los Amigos and trying to see what's beyond the fucking fence.
Have you ever done it? We win.
Yes, I have.
We win.
Yeah.
Yes, I have many a
No.
time.
You
Shout
talking
out.
about
This
the-
was
I haven't.
before
Hey,
they-
for-
So fun.
Oh,
dude.
going to
let's
the
just
insane asylum?
chalk your skepticism and everything up to that because you can't Naruto run, dude. Come on
Oh,
now.
nah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too fat to Naruto and
Yeah,
fuck that.
It's 15 miles. Fuck that.
I can barely human run, much less
Yeah.
I'm not
Naruto
doing
run.
that
Barely
shit.
Like,
human
I'm not
run
doing
a
that shit.
block.
and as
Much
soon as the
less
guns,
15 miles. Fuck
as soon
that.
as the gun starts, you
But trip out on this, dude. How many fucking taquero, taco man, and
Yo.
hot dog people
Oh,
are
they're
gonna
gonna
be at
make
Area
bank.
51?
They're gonna
hot
make
dogs.
bank, bro.
alien tacos.
They're gonna make
Alien
fucking
tacos.
bank.
Yep.
green dye on the meat.
Yep.
Alien meat.
Boom.
Green chorizo, fool. Just
Boom.
some of that
Hell
green
yeah.
chorizo.
Chorizo.
This is alien
Damn.
asada, fool.
Alien
Hell
brains,
yeah.
alien salad. I got what you
They're
need, man.
Alien
Soy
mania.
rizo.
Alien
You best believe
Yeah.
there's gonna be bacon wrap hot dogs.
Nah.
Hot dog, hot dog.
They're gonna call
Alien
it
penis. Alien penis.
You guys fuck with bacon wrap hot dogs?
burrito de omni.
You
por
gotta,
favor.
get
in LA.
you gotta get it with everything, though. Everything.
Yeah, with the
Peppers,
onions and the
even mayo. Fuck mayo.
Let
normally,
me get
but-
5 saucer tacos with.
saucer tacos.
Hey man, I'm telling
saucer
you.
meat.
Honestly, I've been
Stupid.
saying this for the longest time. It's just everybody's gonna show up and it's gonna be a huge fucking party. That's it.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna do
I'm
anything.
in.
Nobody's gonna fucking jump the fence.
gonna
Nobody's
be a
gonna
rave.
try to break. Yeah, it's gonna be a
Yeah.
huge rave that's gonna continue annually. Watch. Oh, you're
I
gonna go
hope
to
it
Area
starts
51
now.
Fest?
It starts now,
I'm
and
telling
it
you
will
right
continue to be
now.
a ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying.
I hope it
Area
doesn't happen.
51 Fest
Yeah, well,
is happening.
What if they
We'll
just hit
see.
everyone with a direct energy rep and fucking everyone evaporates and shit?
Oh well, then we weeded out the stupid.
Either way, it's win-win for the
It's
population.
like Thanos, dude.
Yeah.
It's like famous.
Thanos.
Thanos.
Famous Thanos.
No.
Oh,
We actually
man.
talked about that
The
not too long
Infinity-
ago.
the
Would you
Infinity
have the
Probe?
balls to do that? Like if you had the
Do what?
gauntlet?
Go into his ass?
No, yeah, exactly.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
You would
Yeah.
snap your fingers?
I don't know, man.
No,
Nah.
fuck no.
Oh, there.
No.
That was the question.
That
The
was the
question was,
question.
would you do it?
The
I don't
reason
know.
why I wouldn't do it is because I would be doing the opposite, man. I'd be adding more resources.
Okay.
Oh, just increase
overpopulated.
Increase resources.
Damn.
Okay.
You just take half of everybody and just move them to another dimension? Like,
Yeah, you could do that.
Or you
too.
can do that, yeah. Nah,
I'm just saying
they
you
all
could.
died.
I didn't
They
see it.
killed
I-
those
I didn't see it,
motherfuckers.
dude.
You haven't seen that movie?
Nah, I haven't seen it.
Nah, they did.
Why'd
They
you make
did.
Thanos sound like HR now?
that's exactly what he's doing, bro.
That fat HR later.
Relocating you guys.
Hey, guys. We've got
gonna
too
go
much
over
going
here.
on
Thanos
here.
in a fucking suit and tie.
I made a plan for you.
I wanted to talk to you about.
I made a whole new planet for you.
What do you
wanna
got
know
here,
or not? Hey, what's up here?
Yeah, what do you got up?
Oh,
on the
okay.
screen there,
So,
mate?
What are we looking at right now?
Anus is anus?
So,
Hold on a second.
you
Close
guys
up.
know that whole big thing in the sky, the moon.
Penis?
Oh,
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Oh, yeah, it's a part of Mars.
Yeah.
I heard.
So,
it's a satellite.
I have a picture or a
Technically.
picture. I have a video of something on the side of the moon that the cameraman was capturing. Didn't know what it was, but I want to know what you guys think about this object flying right by the moon, and then what it seems like it's doing. It's going onto the moon or landing onto the moon.
All right.
But check this out.
Let her rip.
So he zooms his camera in pretty fucking far.
Just at the right time, too.
Props
Ooh.
to.
Oh.
You see that?
Ooh.
I don't know,
What's
Okay.
that then? Ooh, what is that?
What is that, mate?
That
That
thing has to be gigantic for you to see it.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
look, it's a
Aside
pimple.
from that, look how big it is compared to the moon. That thing must be humongous.
That's what
whatever
she
the
said.
fuck
That's going to be something on his lens for 100.
it is. You think so? Look, it's It's going
like
into
schmutz.
It looks like it's landing on the moon.
It's the
or going
squiggly in your eye,
into
dude.
the moon.
I was trying to talk
in
about
my
squiggly in your
eye.
eye with someone else the other day. They're like, this never happened to me. And I'm
I don't
like,
know what you're
seriously?
talking about.
Yeah.
squiggles.
Do I have some
Yeah.
kind of
I have
fucking
squiggles.
disease?
No,
like,
everybody's.
What squiggles?
No.
Astigmatism.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's what it is.
It's like a clear
'Cause I have
squiggly
that
line.
Squiggly line in my eye.
I'm going to say nay on that.
You're gonna say nay?
Yeah, I was
okay.
saying it. Are we doing it?
Are we doing a name?
It's too late.
Yeah, it's
It's
kinda
too
late.
Nah, fuck it, run it.
Yeah, we gotta run it.
We can't run an episode without Peppa.
Are you trying to have
We can't do that.
Is it ghost or is it fucking assholes?
It gets me every time, dude.
I love it, dude.
It's so good.
Hey,
Yeah.
Pepper got weird and deleted his Instagram.
What?
Oh no! He probably got caught fucking horses.
Why?
Oh, Pepper, why did you
Why,
fuck those
Pepper?
horses?
That sounds like Big D.
Pepper, you said you loved it, but you didn't want to fuck it.
Oh man! And
Call
now he's
in.
jail.
Does that
Right?
guy ever call in?
I'm pretty sure the lyrics to that song are "You're a beautiful animal, but I don't want to fuck you. I don't want to fuck you right now."
That's not a real. Yeah,
That's fucked
you,
up.
you guys have mentioned
I'm
this
gonna
real
say
song. I'm gonna say
Okay.
no, yeah.
Big old nay for me.
Big old nay for you. Why do you say it's a nay? You're saying
That's
because
way
it's some,
too fucking massive, dude.
Okay.
That is way too big
And
to
I'm
be able to
thinking-
see with that.
All
that
right.
camera.
I'm thinking, how perfect. Did
Yeah.
he go
Destroy
fucking
the child.
zoom into the moon right now, all fucking willy nilly on a Thursday and shit?
you know what? I honestly
And it just
don't,
happens to
Yeah,
be that.
this
Right?
No, no,
You
and
catch
see,
the greatest thing you've
The
ever
thing
seen.
is,
at
I don't
by-
think just like whenever you it's sometimes you capture things on accident,
Right.
and sometimes you just like holy shit, what the fuck is that? And then you want to capture it,
Like
and so
9/11.
that's what happened here. I think.
We didn't even get into the planes that you said
Yeah.
there's no planes. Dog.
I don't.
said
I
that.
just. Yeah,
planes.
Nay, man.
You think
Nay
that-
on
that
I'm
one.
gonna say nay.
No, no,
And
no,
I'm
It's
gonna
getting
say
shut down.
I'm gonna say nay on no planes.
Unanimously shut down.
No planes.
No, he
Man.
says that there's no
Oh.
planes.
You get no play.
they're
Yeah, I'm
planes.
gonna say nay on no planes
Yeah,
too,
no
man.
planes.
There were planes.
Nay, no planes.
Definitely.
There
planes,
were
yeah.
planes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna spit in your mouth.
What?
Okay, so this next fucking video
So-
is something that they caught. It looks kind of fucking erect, like a penis.
Oh my goodness.
Lights coming
Why am I
out.
not
It's
shocked
moving
that you
side
thought
to
that?
side. But check this out. Let me know what you guys think.
Where are these aliens penis-based?
Penis aliens. It's a little shaky. The video looks a little grainy, so it looks kind of old actually. I don't know what, but look at this shit. And I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Yay. I'm gonna go yay on
You're
that.
gonna go
dude.
yay on this?
Dude.
That looks like ass, bro.
It's
I don't know,
480%.
Well, yeah, dude, this was filmed in '99, bro.
Yeah. So look at that.
dude. When I got my second doctorate.
It's a phallic-shaped craft with lights on it, and it seems to be. Well, it's very shaky, actually, but yeah.
Space dildo.
Space
Maybe it's not even
dong.
an aircraft, bro. Maybe it's a weapon, dude. Like,
Or maybe it's a fucking
shit.
weapon. It could.
Ooh,
What
ooh.
the fuck was that?
It's lighting up.
Look at that shit.
I don't know, man.
lined up like a 4th
Yeah.
of July.
I don't know. That's some pretty good fucking.
Let it light up! Let it light up! Okay. Okay.
I'm just saying that's really good goddamn camera work for
Okay.
250 zoom.
That's what.
That's
it's,
really
it's
good
really
camera work.
shaky.
I don't know if you've ever zoomed
It's
in on
super fucking-
anything.
It's hard to
A little
do
bit.
that,
You're
Dude,
right.
it's gone. Like, what the fuck? Hell no.
Okay, so.
But how would your
they-
naked eye even see that, though?
My
at that
point,
forward?
guy.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
how would you know to get
you
that
have
deep
optical
into
zoom on
it?
your
Like,
eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
don't
outta
call
here.
bullshit.
Fucking
on that.
Terminator.
fucking get out of here.
So,
Yeah,
but
man, I'm gonna call boo boo.
You're gonna call bullshit?
Yeah.
Damn, that's two
You
in
changed
a
your answer,
row.
Zach? You changed it?
Nah, but I mean, I think it was a weapon of some sort.
Oh, you think it was a weapon of some
I
sort?
think
Nah.
I think it was
Now
a
I'm
weapon of
curious as to-
ass
I'm
destruction.
gonna say J on that one,
You
dog.
gonna say J on
'Cause
that?
I think,
Why do you say J?
it's,
You guys want to watch it again? Let's
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
it
yeah.
again.
Let's watch it again. Watch the club lights again.
All right.
Hey, hey,
Hey,
hey,
hey,
hey,
hey, hey.
It's an interdimensional
Oh,
club.
dude, that shit looks like a
That
glow.
looks like propulsion to me.
It
man.
just looks like a fucking glow stick in a pool,
Yeah.
and someone just zoomed in on it from the roof.
Good afternoon, humans. We're here to party.
Yo, some fucking aliens show up in this bitch, and they're asking me to fucking come rage. I'm fucking raging, bro.
Would you
I'm
guys
out.
be down? Some
I'm
alien
gone,
came
bro.
up to you?
Late.
I don't
hell
think
yeah.
I could live up to like their
Not to
standards.
that
bro.
shitty music.
Not to their alien standards.
Ah, dude, I'm gonna do to whatever
I'm
music
telling
they've
you,
got,
if
bro.
they
Yeah,
brought
for
out
real.
the fucking like space coke and all that
I wouldn't do
Wow.
it.
Okay.
I mean, they could have brought down human coke, and I'd still be there. Like, yeah.
Or maybe just weed.
oh shit.
That's
Just regular
space
space
weed.
Damn.
Hey, they don't want to party with pussies, bro. Come on. Step up your fucking game and do a goddamn alien slime line right now.
What if you had to, like, what if you had to do the coke out of like the aliens like penis, dude?
In it.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna know what it is. It's aliens.
Come on, bro.
That's true.
But he's like, this is the best alien coke.
It's
you'll ever
And he
have.
happening.
gets off and then
I'm
he
gonna
shoots
do
the
it.
load in your face right
I
now.
I keep
man.
saying it. I'm an adventurer, and I'm
I
gonna
wanna
do
fuck
it.
with the
bro.
aliens now.
I am.
Before
I
we
am.
were talking about drugs and
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
I want to do
You
that.
ever
alien
snort
shit.
coke?
If an
Off an
alien tells
alien
me
dick?
I've got to fuck it to save the planet, I'm saving the fucking planet.
Oh well.
If an alien tells me to fuck it just to fuck it, I'm gonna fuck it.
But what if you get space AIDS, dude?
Spades.
It was worth it, bro.
What if you get spades?
It was
homie?
fucking worth it.
You get David Spade.
Just a bunch of David Spade fucking moles
Hey,
all
guys.
over my dick.
Turned into David
David
Spade.
Spade.
Oh.
Hey guys. How you going, muchacho?
Then I'm just only gonna be attracted to young men.
Put on the grandma sneezing, dude.
Okay.
Too soon? Too soon?
Grandma sneezing.
My bad. My bad.
I think we're gonna transition to funny shit now because
This has been funny this whole
It has.
time.
It has. It has.
I just
So we gotta.
I just really want to see this.
We got a video that was introduced by our friends. We are podcast LA. Whoa! What the
Oh
fuck?
my god, it's already turned out to be pretty bad. Hold on,
She's
stop it.
sneezing or
Stop
fucking
it.
screaming?
Stop it, because we can't see it. Hold on.
Wait. Hold
Dre's,
on.
hold on. Dre's gotta update the camera,
Let's fucking do that again.
dude. Hold on. Let's do this. She needs to be in a hardcore band right now.
Damn, dude. I'd listen.
Now look at the meme video of her, dude. Huh? There's a meme video of her that's good, dude.
Meme video. Yeah, go for it.
This is the best one.
Little fucking growling. That's intense, man.
So, in all honesty, dude, so like, I've got a lot of buddies that do,
Coke?
vocals for.
Oh.
Yeah, yes, I do. I'm meeting up with them after the show.
There we go. Where are we going?
I've got a lot of friends that do vocals for bands like that. And Jimmy's
Yeah.
definitely kind of individual that used to do things of that nature.
We actually
Of
have
that
recordings
nature.
of that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So trip out, dude. I trip because people people who don't listen to that music
No.
Don't
cannot
get it.
they can't
They-
appreciate
no,
it.
they don't.
They don't
Yeah.
appreciate it. It all sounds the same to them, and I
Yeah.
don't blame them.
Yelling,
I
screaming.
don't blame them.
No,
I really
It's
don't.
funny because
If
like
you-
every time I tell somebody that doesn't listen to that music, like if they ask like, "Oh, what kind of music do you listen to?"
Yes, I'm so glad I found it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this show's gone off
Do
the
that again.
rails.
One more.
It's gone off the rails.
One more
One more time.
That was the best one, dude. Fuck.
Oh wow!
Why, dude?
It's actually like, just take it away from me now. Fuck it.
Wow! Wait, okay.
No.
Back to the vocal talent, though.
Yeah, so
Please.
Bad man, that shit's hard, man.
I can't help but think about James Brown now. Like that's fucking.
I don't even know what we're talking about. I was so focused on finding the video. I didn't even know what was going
No,
on.
but what I was
People
saying is-
understanding like hardcore music. Like if
Oh,
you haven't listened to
Not
it,
getting
Yes.
the vocals.
Yeah, so I pretty much get the same response. Like every time I ask somebody, like
They're just screaming.
or I answer them, they're like,
They're barking.
"Oh, you listen to metal, rah!" Like the same
do you
shit
believe
over and over
in the
again.
devil? Are you a devil
Yeah.
worshiper?
You're a devil worshiper.
Do you know who James Dio or
Hey, fool.
Dio is?
Hey,
Ronnie
fool.
James Dio?
Hey, fool, you're a rocker, huh?
Or they respond
you're
with
right.
like,
Rocker, eh?
Hey, fool, are you a rocker or punkers?
or sometimes they respond, and God bless their hearts
The
because
hardest
they're trying.
metal ever.
That is the hardest metal. There's a hard style.
Super
Like,
metal
I
right
listen
here.
Is
to.
that
I like
Evanescence?
it.
I listen to hard style like EDM.
Wake me up.
And there's a remix that they did to that song, and I gotta tell you, it's equally terrible.
So,
Shit's badass.
Damn.
I love it. I fucking love it. I don't give a shit what anybody says about me, but we all gotta agree it's pretty bad.
My
Yeah.
understanding
Motherfucker.
of hardcore vocals is it was rooted in like the anger that music was bred from. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Hardcore, like actual hardcore.
Whoa.
Yeah,
was
Bad Brains.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Or Minor Threat, whoever,
Yep.
whoever you want to say, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That shit was angry fucking music, dude.
Yeah.
And from what I've understood is that's where it stems from. Like that's the. And so when you get into like the metal, like growling and stuff, you gotta think it's because they're angry, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Got something-
Yeah.
I
That's
got
how
something
they-
to say.
We
How they
full.
let it
Well, you
out.
take a band like Nodes of Ranvier, like Nodes of Ranvier, do it,
Damn,
and,
bro.
and those
Bring it
guys,
back to
and those guys are
2004
super.
right now, bro.
Those guys are like mega Christian,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were.
super duper
They
fucking
Simon
Christian.
Christian.
Yes,
Yes, thank
yeah.
you.
Pending Doom.
And they and
Oh,
all of their
yeah.
and all of their shit
sick ass Christian.
seemingly positive,
Christians.
seemingly positive, but it
John.
sounds like that. Like it's crazy, bro.
It is pretty fucking nuts. You know, it's they just love Jesus, bro.
My
bad.
Just love, no, I
My
like
bad.
it, dude. Keep doing it.
yeah,
My bad.
It's awesome.
nah,
That's
Brag
just hard
to
to
him.
do, man.
that's
Braxton.
exactly what you should do.
That's how I met this guy. That's how I
Right?
met this guy.
Growling?
At a Take Vengeance show.
Yeah!
Shout
Shout out
out
TV.
Yeah,
Take
dude.
vengeance.
So
At the,
my-
I think that was at the
At the
Allen.
Allen, my band was
Ah,
playing with
yeah.
their band.
It's funny
And
they
I
Sweet.
had known Dave like a little bit before that. So
Yeah.
like,
Shout
I
out
was-
to Betrayal's Weakness. Bro.
Yeah,
Shout out Steve-O and
And
all
he
these
goes,
fucking
and
bands.
he
dude.
goes, shout out to Betrayal's Weakness. They like to dock. And I'm like, standing there, all of like 18 years old, like
Yeah, you're like,
17 years
I
old,
love
not
this
knowing
guy.
what he's talking about.
This is assuming everyone knows what docking is.
Yeah,
right?
so if you don't know what it is.
Yeah. But only guys with foreskin know what that is.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yes,
I
of
assume
course.
all of us here.
Yeah.
Uh,
all, no.
nope.
Well,
No,
No?
snip,
Huh?
snip,
Is that
snippity,
crazy?
snip,
Oh, I have
snip,
no. I don't have foreskin.
Yeah,
Boom.
that's true.
Yeah,
I was
that's another-
circumcised. I was
Wow.
circumcised.
Nah.
Yeah.
Get
Hood
out.
gang.
Not just-
Hood gang.
Yeah, hood
My
gang.
parents were
hood
like,
gang.
"Cut it
gang.
off, cut it off."
Hashtag hoodie
That's
gang.
cool.
Oh.
Well, yeah, how about that?
Yo,
I
so they cut off your whole dick.
Yeah.
That explains so much. It explains so much.
You
Hey,
guys
man.
know if they're doing anything with the Allen Theater? We were talking about that. Holy shit, there's a dog.
That's Hannah Banana.
Yeah,
Whoa.
but
Shout
do you know
out.
if they're doing anything with the Allen Theater? Because that happened at the Allen Theater when we
Dude,
told
okay,
Luke.
so
Listen.
not too long ago, they said that they were going to open up with another venue,
Yeah.
and then there was a
No.
big hype about that, and then it
It
just
never
fucking
happened.
died.
That's
Nah, I
unfortunate,
felt
man.
like- Yeah,
Because
the
I've seen a lot of
city
things
is-
at that damn
It's,
that damn venue.
there's a lot of renovation that's
we've
going to have to go into that building.
Yeah.
A
Me
lot.
and this
It's
fool
old.
went and saw. Do you remember? We were in two separate, like, way different relationships back then. And we saw Chiodos or some shit.
Yes.
Do you remember
I
that?
remember that a
Do you
lot.
remember that? I was like, why the
It's
fuck?
one of my favorite shows.
Why the fuck am I here?
Yeah.
Why this band
Yeah.
sucks?
Yeah.
That was like 15
Chiodos.
years ago.
But it honestly, like,
Wow.
like in all bullshit, like I only got into that band because of the person that I was with.
Yeah.
But if I could be honest with you, like, it was a pretty good show. Like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And more recently, one of my more recent memories of this Chiodos band is because I heard it a lot and I got real familiar with like their one album. I was at emo night
Oh,
Have you guys ever been to Emo
At the
Night?
Echo Blast.
Yo,
Shout out.
let
You
me
usually
tell
have that
you.
on Tuesdays, right?
Let me tell you. I don't know what day they
I
have it
think
on.
it's
I don't know.
Tuesdays
I know
now,
it's
in
like
LA.
monthly. No, I was there on a Friday, so it's
I
obviously
think,
not
that,
Tuesday.
I think that happens like weekly.
So one of the
Yeah,
fucking
we-
DJs, because it's
Nightly.
DJs, guys. There's no fucking bands.
there's no bands
there
anymore.
is one band. There is one band in one of
No
the rooms.
shit.
There's a room that they play in with their own bar setup, but they're playing like their own music, nothing popular. So it's kind of fucking weird because
Oh,
it doesn't
okay.
fall in line with the rest of the ambiance.
Ah.
Like everyone else is playing old shit
like
that you
straight
know
brass.
and
Yeah.
recognize, and these guys are just
Into-
playing their own fucking grooves, and it's like, all right, cool,
It's
that's cool.
nails in there, dude.
Straight up, it's just not sad enough
For you guys.
It's just not sad enough. But anyway, they put Chiodos on while I was on the front stage,
Blast from
and
the
I was
past.
singing my ass off because I knew the fucking song. And I got so much street cred, bro. Like I got so much street cred from all the fucking emotionals. Like
His
it was-
picture,
it
Dude,
was-
that's
his
so
picture
fucking
was
emo.
on the, his
Jesus
picture was on the
Christ.
Facebook post of like.
I
made it, guys.
They like photoshopped a tear on my
So
eye, and it was
fucking emo,
fucking
bro.
rad.
Rorik.
So rad.
black my eyes.
Oh,
Oh, get it.
dude. That did you guys know that dude died? The
Oh,
guy
no.
that growls
What?
from
Who guy?
the dude from that band, Ohio's for
Hawthorne
Lovers, Hawthorne Heights. Yeah,
He's dead?
yeah, yeah.
How'd he die?
yeah. I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah, the guy that growled.
I never got into it.
It was
man.
their drummer,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
I never
No,
got into
I thought it
man.
was
I'll
the
be honest with
bassist.
you.
What Trey you?
Treyu. I've seen a Treyu.
I saw Treyu. They have a new singer. They have a new singer.
No,
A group of
dude,
my friends
stop
and I,
that
a group
shit.
of my friends and I, we went to go see a Treyu at some club in LA. and we all
Recently?
and I'm not gonna mention who was the driving
you're not gonna
force
out
in that.
them?
I'm not gonna out them like that. But this asshole told us, "No, dude, let's just go. We'll just get tickets at the front door."
Is that how
So all fucking 3 cars worth of us went to the show. We got to the front. We get there, and they're like sold out, bro. And we're like, oh fuck. 2 of the people who went, who happened to be driving the vehicles, had tickets. They went in.
You were fucked.
He's on drugs.
And we got to hang out outside the club and listen to the whole show. And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
You gotta listen to it.
For fucking like 5 hours, we were just outside the club. Like, all right, thanks, guys.
Damn.
Super cool.
Hey man, it's cool that you made us all drive over here. Thanks, bro.
No, don't even trip, dude.
How long ago
We
was
would have
this?
tickets at the door.
How long ago was this?
Asshole. 2005 or 6.
God damn, bro.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
MySpace.
It was
Dude,
MySpace.
dude,
that it was
hey,
MySpace.
we had to print out the MapQuest directions. That'll go to show you how long ago that was.
a while
dude,
ago.
turn
nah,
by turn
man.
GPS.
2005, 2006, they were fucking sidekicks, bro. People were on MySpace.
I had a
and shit.
sidekick.
Yeah.
I had a
Sure,
sidekick
I
3.
remember.
I had a sidekick 2 and 3.
Fucking
I think I had a
Those were my
Razor or
favorite.
some
And the
shit like
Alex.
that.
Hey,
I
but
had a
let's
sidekick, but it rearranged my jaw.
first of all, Zach,
I have an
hold on a
eraser.
second there, bud.
And
Even
I
though
got
the shit was
Nokia.
available, the shit was expensive per use, all right?
That's true. I
Yeah.
didn't
And
have
my
man.
bum ass
I didn't
was
have
good
nothing
with
like that.
pulling it out, but I wasn't gonna fucking go online. I wasn't about to use that Java. Fuck
I didn't
that.
have no fucking
That shit's
unlimited.
expensive.
They charge
Nope.
per gig. Fuck
Nope.
that.
I never had a phone like that until I was like way older.
Same. I was rocking the Nokia, the Nokia,
The
30,
brick,
the
the
Nokia.
little fucking brick. That's what
Oh,
I
yeah.
I had that.
forever.
Nokia.
Dude.
Yeah, you could grip that and knock someone out.
There's a
dude.
meme. There's a
Fucking A.
meme that of that fucking phone, and then there's a crack on the screen, and then it's John Wick like, no fuck. Oh no, it's Thanos. He's like, no fucking way.
Fucking survived.
Yeah, that's it.
Somewhere
fucking
there's a fucking
survived.
Nokia that was buried fucking 25 years ago, still with a battery fucking charged.
Oh
dude.
shit.
Yo.
That shit
Yeah.
will
Makes
never
sense.
die, bro.
Minimal
Never.
processes, man.
Yeah.
That's
Anything on
it,
there.
dude. That's it. Nowadays,
tunes
they just
and
so
play
much
Snake.
Monochromatic screen.
without you even knowing. Like it's fucking doing its thing right now, and I'm like, stop.
Probably updating itself.
Yeah, like
just fucking stop.
pushing messages and like
housing a civilization inside of it.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
The phones are the fucking past. Well, is that?
Would you
I
go?
think-
Would you go on that water slide right there?
I would love to go on that water slide, but
Fuck that.
I don't know, dude.
How you gonna fucking die?
Like what? Was there a limit to how high you would get in the water slide?
Yeah.
Welcome back to List.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, who did that? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa!
In
Hold on,
fact,
stop
you
that.
would assume
Oh,
that
fuck
water
that.
slides
Boys,
are
what the
safe,
fuck is going on?
but
here?
the water
No,
slides
no,
on
that's
this
loud.
list
That's loud.
Shit
That's
The
loud.
top 10 most dangerous water slides.
Yo. So my buddy Ivan once told me that he was on a water slide because I won't go anywhere near him.
Why not, dude?
Because I'm not down.
You can't swim?
Nope. And so okay. I can swim. I just can't tread water.
So you can't
I can
swim,
literally get no. I can
So
get
you
from
can't
one.
really
I can
swim.
get. I can get from one side of the pool to the other.
You got to be able to.
But you
tread,
ain't chilling
man.
in the middle of the.
But if
fucking
something
water.
obstructs my path, I'm gonna fucking die.
You don't have to tread water in those slides, dude. You just slide down the motherfucker.
So what was I saying? Oh yeah.
Why you have
Ivan. Ivan said that there was a slide that he went down that kind of actually came back in, sort of.
What?
And he on the way down detached and then came back.
That one's
that's how they design them.
That's
man.
a free fall. I think I raised the water.
Trip. I was like, fuck that noise. No, I'm not doing that.
The
Oh,
one,
so
the
I'm not
one
doing
at
that.
Soak City is like that too.
I
man.
doubt anyone's died from that, dude.
It hasn't been reported at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and you fucking land face.
All right.
Shit.
We should
Alright,
see
fine.
water slide fails, dude.
Next time, Dave.
cool.
Next time,
bro.
Next time, I think
No,
that's
nothing?
about.
Why do you like seeing people die, man?
I don't know, dude.
Why?
Why do you like it?
I don't like it. It's just, you see it and that's it.
It's just out there, and once you get
would you want to see people like? Would you want people to see you dying like that?
yes.
I mean, if it's like in
No.
a really like dramatic fashion, I can't really do anything about that.
No,
dude.
you know why? Because you shit yourself when you die, dude. So I don't want to.
Sphincter release,
How
bro.
do-
Dude,
Yeah, that might be true.
So not
No,
only
that
do you
is true.
explode when you hit the ground, but
Everybody
then shit comes
releases
out of your
themselves.
ass.
I remember one time.
Look that up.
My
I don't
coworker,
know.
No.
my coworker showed me a video of this guy. He was in a really bad car accident. All right, and so people were trying to help him out. Some dude takes him out of the car of the wreck. Fucking puts him in the back of his car. Tries to take him to the hospital. Like 5 minutes later, they showed the video of the guy that was trying to take him to the hospital in a fucking car accident, dude. He got hit by a truck, and so the other dude that he was taking to the hospital pretty much was in the back seat. You see the back seat totaled. So pretty much it was like
he
what is
killed
it?
him.
Yeah. So pretty much death was like, nah, dude, it's your time, bro.
No, it's
Like,
time.
Take
You
it
out.
with me.
No.
You're out. You're
Sometimes
fucking
the
taking you
universe
gone,
wants
bro.
you to fucking die.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it's just your fucking time, and I think that's our fucking time.
Speaking of time.
Yeah, our time to go.
Hey, make sure to check out our podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
the
didn't even
SoundClouds. We are Los Angeles podcast.
If you like hockey and real
Yeah, if you like
hockey,
Hell
LA Kings.
yeah.
LA Kings.
Yeah.
we're not really putting anything out right now. The month of August has really no hockey in
When
it. So
There's
okay,
going
when
on
does
right
when
now.
does that start back up?
September.
September is the
September.
training camp starts. And
Okay.
then,
Same as
rookie
October.
camps.
Have you guys ever been to a
Same
training
as
camp?
basketball.
Yeah, we go. We try to go at least one day every
Oh,
year.
that's fucking awesome.
yeah, we went to this rookie
I didn't get
rookie
to go.
scrimmage. I
Oh.
went to this rookie scrimmage a
Okay.
couple weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty good, man. Seeing
Yeah.
all, like,
It's a
the
good time.
young rookie prospects, man. They're exciting to watch. It was sick.
Yeah,
Nice.
go
And it's
Kings,
pretty, and,
man.
it's pretty cool to see those guys like at a professional level, like going about their business. Yeah, I
Blooming.
mean,
They're
like,
still kids.
yeah, they're actually
They're still fucking babies. Yeah, well, it's true. Sometimes I see that, and it's like you're a fucking infant, man. You're a fetus.
But
man.
again,
know?
thank
You're
you.
an infant.
thank
What
you,
are
for
you
letting us
watching
back on, man.
online?
Man, look at that.
That's
like all the young
twice.
soccer players.
I said it.
Anyways.
Nobody picked it up. But thank you again for having us. We appreciate
Little
it.
top boys.
Whoa, we are
Thank you-
Los
thank you guys
Angeles
for having us
podcast.
again, man.
Thank
You
you
guys are a
guys.
treat.
Yeah.
No,
Thank you guys
dude,
again
we-
for coming,
thank you,
man.
Dave.
Thank you so
For
much.
having me.
Thanks, man. Thanks for being my friend.
We really appreciate it. So again, where can we find you guys?
SoundCloud.
Facebook, SoundCloud. We are LA podcast. And on Facebook, you can find us under the groups. It's We Are Los Angeles Hockey Club.
And
All
on
right.
the Twitters, if you want to hit us
Yeah,
up at
we
We
are-
Are LAHC.
I'm the
Not
only
to
one
be
that's on there,
confused
yeah.
for LA Hardcore. It's
Okay.
Los Angeles Hockey Club.
Los Angeles hardcore, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, brothers. We really appreciate it. As
Salud, boys. Shout out Belching Beaver for the beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey.
Oh, thank you for the beer. Fuck yeah.
Belching beavers.
No?
Yeah.
It's actually vodka. I have the liquor now, Randy.
As always, you can find us on Facebook at Official JAG Show, on Instagram, The JAG Show, and also on Twitter at Official JAG Show. Always on the Super Audio Network and the Super Audio Network YouTube channel, superaudionetwork.com. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and join us next time. Thank
Shout
you
out
guys.
Drake.
Thank you. Shout out everybody.
Yeah.